This
There we
started,
go.
and luckily for tonight, I managed to get a better mouse. I had to go hijack my actual wired mouse from my business computer.
Ah,
He bought a new mouse, but forgot that the mouse he currently has is a mouse slash keyboard.
Yeah,
So he had no keyboard.
Oh,
yeah, Logitech, but I can't complain. It's been with me for over. Oh god, it's been with me for over nearly like half a decade.
Mm.
I feel you. I have one of my old Logitech mice from like 2008. I feel you completely. Until that bitch explodes, I'm not tossing it.
Right?
Do not toss it. Believe me. Do not toss that son of a bitch. It will save you.
I wouldn't use it for like Marvel Rivals, but it does what it needs to do.
Hello, I am back.
Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back, CG. We are pretty good, I guess.
and we are also live.
Yay, hello people.
Oh hoy. It's a good thing I stopped humming someday immediately.
Yes.
Avoiding that VOD mute.
Does it really do that to people who are just humming?
If it can recognize what it is, potentially. Like on my own streams, I don't completely care.
Mm-hmm.
Like I gave people an option to request a serenade if they have a certain number of points. And so I just accept that section of the VOD might get muted.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I've noticed, acapella stuff they don't really care about.
I've heard random that it will randomly grab you if you are pretty exceptional with your recreation.
Yeah.
So,
Lanny got smacked singing Jonathan Colton.
Wow.
Oof.
Like
I lucked out.
It was straight up a cappella. No music, no nothing, just him singing, and he got VOD muted for it.
They were like, he is too good.
Too powerful. Must nerf.
Well, we all know that Lanny's voice is amazingly powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember what it was, but I think. Okay, do you remember the original techno club song from the first Blade film?
No.
Yup. By heart, 100%. Lives in my head rent free.
I forget what happened, but I think I played it a little bit, and it surprisingly didn't get copyrighted. So I don't know if that's become like free or just nobody bothers with that kind.
I think it was just a happy coincidence, and we should not tempt fate.
Agreed.
Although to be fair, Confusion is a goddamn classic, and I respect it.
Yes.
You were educating the masses, Frost.
Some motherfuckers always trying to skate uphill.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
No.
Hello everybody. We're back.
Hi. Yes, we are.
Hello.
A Dinosaur's Tale.
Nah.
It's a
John
damn
Goodman.
good movie. It's a damn
It's also
good
kind of a
movie.
fever dream.
It is, especially when you get to the villain. And you're like, what the fuck?
Yes, but he's a very good villain.
Yeah,
That was one fucking scary ending for a kid's movie.
He just turns to birds.
No, the birds devoured him.
I don't know how they could devour so quick.
But
Magic.
they do, baby.
What's even more hilarious about this is the entire time I've been like, they said the movie title,
13,
but my
14,
brain has just been
15.
inserting, like, Rockadoodle and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. And I'm like, yeah, no, all of these scary villains.
Do not get me started with
Roll back
Rockadoodle.
the rock to the dawn of time and sing this song with me.
19.
So, yes. Let's go around the horn and Yeah, let's go around the horn. Who'd like to volunteer for tonight? Start off.
Well, I haven't done it in a very long time, so why the fuck not, right?
Well, then start off.
All right. So last time on Dragon Balls, no, that's the wrong series. On Saved by the Spell, yes, that's what we were going for. We
were actually
came back from the underground where we helped.
Honey.
Huh?
Go around the horn.
Oh, sorry. Never mind. I thought it was the.
I mean, seeing as how you volunteered, go for it.
Oh no, I'll do that after we do the thing. So, hi, I'm Spoiled Chestnut. I am a dumbass, and also I do not exist outside of this and like, maybe one other thing. So, do not perceive me, especially right now. I am embarrassed. Super, do not perceive me. Wiley, go.
Hello, you can find me at Wiley is Willie on Twitch. I play randomizers every Mondays. I've been on a Majora's Mask kick because what's more fun than randomizing a game? Randomizing the enemies, NPCs, and certain objects all over the game. So that's chaos. Also, you can find me on Farting Tar's channel every other Tuesday for a Ravnica game. Of course, every other Saturday here. And on Sundays, every other Sunday, Helix Sucks and I will play co-op Brando. Also, I make music. You can find me at Wiley Willie on Ko-Fi, YouTube, and Blue Sky, even though I don't use that. And Twitter, even though I don't use that either. CG, where can we not find you?
You can find me not on social media. Don't much care for that, but you can find me on basically everything that Wiley mentioned. You can also find me every single Sunday for War of the Shattered Sun, also on Tart's channel. You can also find me on various other channels for this coming year, for A Year in Candlekeep, my little anthology series of one-shots from the Candlekeep Mysteries book. Almost lost a word at the end there. That's basically it for me, though. So, I think we have it. I think Bob. I think you're up.
You can find me Twitch or YouTube, Blue Sky, so on and so forth. Shout out to Bob. I'm not doing anything for the next little while because a lot of shit's going on. Shit's happening. Next.
Hi. Because I think it's me and then, Vaughn, unless Frost went. Did Frost get to go? All right,
no.
then.
No, hi, I'm the DM. I do things. You can find me here every other Saturday, Sunday, and every other Tuesday at twitch.tv/FartingTart for our War of the Shattered Sun campaign and our Rascals in Ravnica. No Sunday game tomorrow, as we'll be missing somebody. And Tuesday is the off week, so it'll be Legacy of the Deal Breakers, twitch.tv/Lush_Jake. Good bean. Good chin. Very nice chin. Can cut solid steel with that thing. So yeah, that's everything.
My favorite superhero, Chinvincible.
The Crimson Chin?
I hope he dresses up like that one day.
Oh, yes, that's right. Y'all got a surprise visit, didn't y'all?
Maybe.
But yeah, that's everything on me. Who has not gone?
That'd just be me before Vaughn.
Alright, let's go.
Hi everybody, I'm Zai. You can find me here on Instagram, at Zymosite and pretty much everywhere else at Zyme or Zyminess. There's so much to fucking do. I'm trying to juggle the Monster Hunter Wilds beta, Virtua Fighter Revo, Final Fantasy X, and TMNT Splintered Fate. This is a good busy to have. We'll be doing Final Fantasy X on Tuesday, so I can try to beat Penance. I'm gonna sprinkle in Virtua Fighter at some point this coming week because I need to send people to go run home to mama. I need more of that game in my life. And then Friday I'm probably gonna do TMNT Splintered Fate. It's been a fun roguelike. Needs some polish, but it's been a fun roguelike. But yeah, that's me. Um, Vaughn, I believe that leaves you.
Yeah, hi, you've already found me here at twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on Blue Sky, YouTube, and over on Patreon at Burnout's Bar, where we do now finally have some more rewards. If you want to see the alpha version of Finn Rook's portfolio of patron packs, what we used for pack tactics, it's up there, so you can check out the 13 packs that we came up with. That being said, not much going on for this week. Following today, we've got more Those Who Wander, which is going to have back-to-back weeks to fix a little bit of a scheduling issue we had. So look forward to that. Yeah, that should be pretty much it for the week. But I will say, keep your eyes open. There might be another campaign starting in the who knows when, because I don't have a schedule for it. That said, it's time to listen to our theme song. So let me just get that set up. Uh-oh. So something happened to my stream deck, so I can't do the theme song, so I guess we're going now.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Okay, Willie, sing it live.
We're doing it live. All right.
Come on, Willie.
All right, who's gonna take care of the horns?
Doot, 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 doot.
Ba-da, 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 dun, 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 dun. Okay, so are we going over the recap of last episode?
Yes, would you
Okay.
like to?
Yes, because I've already stuck my foot in my mouth about the whole thing.
Yes, you have.
Yeah, so we went to the underground, which is really fucking sketchy in the same town that, you know, the world's best magic school is supposed to be, but, you know, whatevs. We talked to somebody from Thay, NBD. He gave us some illicit magic secrets, totally NBD. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Uncle Anki decided to decipher said magical secrets to find the way to find the binding of a soul harvester. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Don't worry about it. But like, so yeah, he made a compass, and Daedalus, unbeknownst to all of us, gave him several ultimatums. They did not work out for Daedalus, which in turn made Anki and his family flee, just fuck off into the ether, away from here. Yeah, Uncle Anki was pissed, and yeah, said to keep an eye on Daedalus when he was, you know, getting his shit together. He told us to give him like 3 days to find out where the fuck Sweet is and get the compass thingy to work, and we all gave our heartfelt goodbyes, and he told me to keep an eye on a little shit. So yeah, shit that I gotta do. Fun times. Other than that, you know, business as usual. We're still at school. Nobody paying attention to the fact there is a cult, another cult, and vampires. Yeah, typical magic school. That's it for me.
You forgot about the 10 different cults that are in the dark underground.
Well, yeah, I said it was a bad place.
Mm.
Like in general, should not exist.
True.
Also, slavery.
I hate
You're
to
not
say
wrong.
it, but that kind of sounds like D&D a lot. A lot of races love them slaves.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Welcome to the hell that is the dark web. But yes, we shall be covering. This is going to be an interesting little bit of a episode. We'll be briefly covering what occurs for the next 3 days before Judgment Day, so to speak. So I'll just put on some. Like put on some school music. So, I'm going to roll a d6, and we'll start off with that person for what that you're going to be doing for the next 3 days. I'm gonna roll the nice dice, the blue dice. I don't know how that cocked. Much better. Well, starting off with Goldblum for once. Goldblum. You got 3 days. Is there anything in particular that Rockman Jones would be doing?
Probably nothing out of the ordinary. Study water plants, check on friends.
Fair enough.
Are the
fair enough.
Are the 2 gnomes still there at the base, or did we get them their own place?
The gnomes, for the most part, are still at the base. Currently, they're being checked on by some medical staff that have been alerted, thanks to a few of you kind of making the smart decision. Goldblum, could you do me a favor?
Yes.
I would like you to roll me a perception check.
Oh, fantastic! That's a 7.
Nah, you wouldn't have heard anything that was going on during the medical checkout.
Well, that's fine because he's just going to offer emotional support animals.
They will be happy to take them.
Wild companion. That's what the feature is called.
Yes. Yeah, they'll greatly appreciate having some friends. Some good old pals, some buddies.
Okay. Sorry.
You're fine.
No,
You're
the
fine.
cat was on my lap. I had to put my leg down. Not to you, to the kit.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's all good. Let's see. Besides that, I would say just relaxation. You're just watering your plants, nothing else? No big surprises?
Nope. Just
Okay.
supporting people.
Alright then. We're gonna roll for the next person. Salus!
Howdy.
What are you doing in these next 3 days?
Realistically, Salas is going to do his best to focus on schoolwork. Specifically, he's going to focus on like trying to get ahead and get an idea of what's going to happen in preparation for being gone and out for a little bit.
Of course.
Potentially expecting something bad to happen or being put up in the infirmary for a couple of days.
Of
So
course.
he's going to knuckle down and focus on studies for a little bit.
Okay. If that's the case, would you mind if I ask you to roll me a general intelligence?
I would mind, yes.
Well, I'm sorry.
Okay then.
Just general.
That one. I'm focused too much on everything else.
Yeah. There's been a couple of times where you kind of get scolded by some of your teachers. Pay a little bit of more attention in class. Shrub kind of, during your class, as like a few of your teachers do kind of like, some of them are a little bit sympathetic, some of them are more strict, just because. But besides the occasional scolding and, you know, a couple of students snickering, nothing too much. All right, then. Next up on the list. Endair. Or Afira. Which one is it this time?
Let's find out. It's in there today.
All right. Endair. What are you doing for these next 3 days?
First and foremost, Endare will take the alchemy jugs and we'll use to brew and pour acid each day, collecting them and preparing them.
Acid.
Mm-hmm. If at all possible, Endare will attempt to talk to Enki while he's going through and doing his research and everything like that, if at all possible, to see if he can collect that one particular item that I was talking about to you outside of the game.
Let me double check. Let's see. One particular item. Could you tag it for me again, just in case? I think
Sending
I know
it
what
via
it
DM?
is. I think. Okay. That's going to be an interesting thing.
If you can't do it, that's okay.
It's fine. I'm going to roll something, and it's going to be a private roll. I need you to call high or low.
Okay. I will call high.
You ask him to find something that might help with that little problem. And while he's more than happy to help, he kind of shakes his head and goes and tells you that, unfortunately, for him to be able to go get that would require him to leave this realm. And while he's working on trying to basically transfix on the specific location of where this potential hideout could be, it would yank time away from that. So unfortunately, he will kind of shake his head and say he was unable to go get it. But he will make mention that so long as you do not directly take a hit, you should be fine.
Does he have any advice on ways to avoid a direct hit, like defensive measures or something to redirect it, anything like that?
He would recommend holy water and dousing yourself in it. It's not going to completely absorb, but it will be it's like a quick fix of foam for an immediate burn.
Then he would basically take, with that information in hand, he would probably spend the next couple days between collecting the funds to purchase the holy water during basically operational hours, and during downtime he would be continuing to work on the gauntlet, specifically working on the gem that is inside of the gauntlet and making final preparations for that as well, which I will private message you the details of that.
All right, sounds like a plan. All right. More than fair enough. Give me a...
That's a question, isn't it?
Ah, yeah, it is. I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually gonna need you to do me a favor, and if you can, would you please roll me... I believe you have Tinkerer's Tools?
I do have Tinker's Tools.
Please roll me a Tinkerer's Tools check. Want to see...
23.
It is doable. I will say... it's doable. There is going to be a little bit of a thing, though. It is not going to have the same... How much are you... Because I'll put it to you this way.
I will put it to you like this. I'm willing for the item and the item that it is attached to be completely destroyed.
Okay.
If that will assist, the items that it is attached to is actually a magical item in and of itself. They are gauntlets of ogre power.
Okay. I'm going to say if you use that combination that I just typed up for you, that's what you will get in terms of damage.
And that would basically use up everything.
Mm-hmm. If you just use if you combine those two items.
Okay.
It's basically you are jerry-rigging this, which, to extreme proficiency, I will give you credit, it is a one-and-done use.
Understood.
Alright. Just leaves 3 people left. And I will be nice and switch to a D4. With one of these being a reroll. Alright. Daedalus. You got
Okay.
3 days.
Specifically, he had 60 hours. He thought about this the second he heard it. So, since he sees that Indair's already going out and doing stuff a lot between the hideout, he will hand him a list of 3 spells. He will hand him a scroll of polymorph to trade with it, and the 750 gold in diamond dust that he has left, and the 60 gold he has, and just says to, tells him to go to the school shop and just barter whatever you can for the 3 spells which are Hold Person, Invisibility, and Sickening Radiance.
Okay.
And then while they're doing that, Daedalus is going to put Perdix in charge of working on a priority override subroutine that he can just use, which will probably take most of, if not all of the time. And then he's just going to sit down, get out all of the ink that Indair and him have saved up, and start using Terrific Transcriber to make 4 third-level spells for everyone in the party.
Okay. And I believe these are the spells that are within the one chat log area?
Yeah, I put them there because I knew I was going to forget them. But they are subject
It's
to
all
change
good.
if I can get a hold of specifically Hold Person and Invisibility.
Well, everything looks pretty decent.
I will also make note, Frost, in case the funds that he has is not sufficient. I have 250 platinum.
That's right. You do have that from the one thing.
And
So,
Daedalus
with that...
I was going to say, Daedalus would also point out he hasn't been paid for any spells that were sold in his name.
I would say that would probably require you just to go down to the shop yourself, but if you're gonna stay here, I'd say don't worry about it too much.
Okay.
We'll cover the funds just after. Yeah. I will say this, with the finances... Uh-oh. Oh,
He's
there's
back.
Cells.
Don't
Cells
mind me.
lives.
I just
Stop,
heard
stop.
roboting on my end.
Oh, you're fine. With the funds and everything else, Ender, you will have no problem securing any of this stuff. You are all being prepared, after all, for what is going to be a pretty harrowing encounter.
Mm.
For the most part, Deus is going to just put a small, like, sticky note sign saying, orally transcribing spell scrolls, need silence, in dare bring food.
Yeah.
And that would be everything he would do for those 3 days.
Okay. Gonna do this now for the last 2 individuals in the party. That fell off.
Also, excuse me, chat, while I switch over here, so that way you guys don't see my sheet when I add those spells in.
Iapetus.
Holy diddly do.
You have
Okay.
3 days. What are you accomplishing in those 3?
Alrighty. So day 1, outside of classwork, Iapetus is going to first copy some spells into her book from scrolls, or attempt to, that she's had for a while and just has not had the time to do it.
What are those spells?
The first one that she'd like to attempt is the chromatic orb scroll that she got from earlier.
Okay, that's easily doable.
And then the next one, I believe it's a 3rd level, so it might be a bit more difficult. It's the flame arrow scroll that she got.
That will be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, that's why she's doing it on a study day. And if necessary, she will use the her brother's transcriber spell to like help her out as need be. So, yeah. And then depending on how that goes, whatever you have me roll for that, if she still has the mental fortitude, she's then going to try to copy 2 spells to give to 2 people in the party.
Okay, give me 1 second.
And that's day 1, hopefully.
Okay, I will say, please roll me an Arcana,
Okay.
just to see how well.
Alrighty.
Oh, you're
22.
fine. You're fine. You're able to get those copied down and pretty much pieced together.
Yippee! Okay. And so, obviously in between, like, copying down those spells into her book and studies, one of the last things she's gonna try to do is copy 2 spells to give to, 2 party members. She's not sure who she's gonna give them to yet, but do you want me to say aloud or message you what the spells are?
Please send me a DM.
Okay. I can press buttons, I swear.
I can press buttons, I swear. Is the first thing that I heard.
Exactly. There we go.
Let me take a look. And you're wanting how many of these?
Only 2. If she can manage it. If she only gets 1, then she only gets 1.
I'm gonna need another Arcana if you're gonna create 2.
Those. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be, and there's gonna be a little bit higher of a check.
That is absolutely fair. Hey, roll 20. Let me do it, please. Oh shit, it did it twice. I'm sorry, ignore that.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to take that first one.
No
I'm not
worries,
gonna
that
be
is
able to make
fine.
that.
That is okay. Was that a roll for both or for
I
each
was
one?
just roll for both.
Gotcha. Alright, so then she failed at that. That is okay. then yeah, that is her day 1. Mostly a lot of schoolwork and a lot of trying to copy things down.
Okay.
When you are ready for day 2, just let me know.
I'm just putting this as all 3 days, making it as this is for all 3 days.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah.
let me know if I get to a point then where what I'm suggesting seems like it would be too many things. One thing she'd like to do, if possible, during those 3 days, she promised she would give the Granny Hedgehog, nice lady, some of the dragon claws that she got from Gru, in return for her working on that mantle. She would probably go deliver those, A, as an excuse to look for more potions, but B, to also do what she said she'd do and see if the mantle is ready, because it will take time for her to imbue magic into it.
The mantle should be ready by the end of this week.
Will that
So-
be before D-Day or after?
It'll be after D-Day.
Shit.
It'll be
Okay.
after Dungeon Day.
Well, shit. Okay. That is good to know. Does she find any potions while she's there?
Potions? You want potions?
Yes, I'd like some potions.
Hmm. I'd say you would easily find a couple healing potions. They're just general.
Okay. So like one of the basic ones?
Yeah, basics. Nothing too
Gotcha.
crazy.
How many does she find?
Probably like 3.
Gotcha. And how much does that cost her?
Probably about 10 gold.
Okay.
That's not all that. It's not a whole lot. You don't have to worry too much.
Oakley doke. And then, the only other thing she had on her list, water her plant, uh, feed it as well, but when she's not, like, stressed from having, not on the day where she failed her writing down the spells. And the last thing she will do, before heading into trance on the 3rd night, is, let me check range. I'm pretty sure I can just do this. I forget things sometimes. She's going to send she's gonna send something to Morg, like she'll use sending before she trances so that she could get the spell back. I need a moment to type it up though. It's nothing complicated. So if you
All
need to
good.
move forward, feel free and I can send it to you.
All good. You are good.
And that's it.
Alright. Well, if that is the case... Belky, what are you doing
Alright.
within the next 3 days?
Well, I figure we're looking for firepower, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So, when Belky has some free time, she's gonna slip out to the ley lines. And I think she would probably go talk to that, the Leonid fella, if she can.
Samson?
Yeah. Because, you know, vampires are kind of good for alchemical materials. Plus, you know, it's pretty hard to kill one, from what she understands. So, she would like to try and see if he would like to acquire some assets from vampires, with the caveat that the physical items that Sweet has on him are like not for grabs.
He's kind of taken an interest. He's going to... Samson will basically tell you, hold off. He, especially considering the fact that when it comes to vampires, there's always some weird woogity ritual shit involved with them.
Yeah.
So he's gonna be a little bit cautious.
She will say something to the effect of like, yeah, which is why we want to stop him before that happens. You know, lying because he's obviously already started some oogity boogity shit.
Yes, oogity woogity shit indeed.
Yeah, she is not going to tell him what Sweet was up to or, you know, any of that stuff. But like, hey, do you got, you know, some guy that you could loan to us as some like backup maybe?
He's gonna shake his head no and tell you there's no way in hell he'd be able to lend one of his people, especially if you guys are going into a vampiric nest.
I mean,
That's just he doesn't want to lose people to something that, in all honesty, he's got no strings attached to.
yeah. I figured if you're gonna go to somebody to kill a guy, you want to go to, like, essentially the mafia. So, you know, offer was put out there.
He doesn't hate the idea, it's just that, you know, not really in a wheelhouse that he'd be happy about.
Great.
It's
aside
nothing
from
against you.
Since she's there anyway, she will try and see if she can get, like, some nights booked after this is all over and done with so that she could play and maybe get Indare to also come and work on, like, a day off. If he's up for it.
Make me a persuasion check.
Sure, I will do the schmooze. Not performance, persuasion. 29?
Yeah! More than happy to take you on that one.
Alright. And no way I can roll a persuasion to try and get him to loan me a guy? Or two?
No.
Or three? No mooks?
Adamant, no. There's no one he is willing to part with.
I got a 29!
Yeah.
Damn.
For you know, hey, fun party. Not, hey, send one of your guys with us into a literal death trap.
Damn. Belky would have been smart enough to bring something as, like, a token. She would have brought, like, a rose for his girlfriend, because she's always there. And then...
She will gladly take that.
Yeah. And then, so, like, to show respect, you know?
Correct.
Yeah. Fuck, what are my options to try and, bulk up our resources, shall we say?
I'll be honest, there's not really a whole lot that I would say you'd be able to, besides maybe some healing items. And...
Okay.
maybe some, like, light for those that can't see in the dark.
Got it. I'm gonna hit up some shops in, like, the school shop, the ley lines, fucking the town in general, just any fucking where that she can to find healing potions and, like, I don't know, a pendant of light? Something where, like, someone can just wear it and, like, it's a flashlight? Let's be real.
You'll be easily able to find that, but it's not a pendant, it's like a little headband with a small box with a candle.
No, not a candle!
It will provide at least 10 to 15 feet of light. 15 feet.
And, like, -5 charisma. Fucking, you're gonna look stupid. Alright.
Hey, you take candle.
Yes, we'll take candle. And how many healing potions can I get for, like... Fuck it, I've got 200 gold and 300 copper pieces.
I'll say you were able to maybe pick up 5 normal healing potions. Just 5 normal healing, 1 greater healing potion.
Okay. How much does that cost?
I'm going to say for this one, with the greater, it'll be around 50 gold pieces.
Healing. Let me see. How many of each?
5 normal, 1 greater.
Okay. Potion of greater healing. To my sheet. Normal healing potion. Hello from the... No, go away. Yes, it is 5th edition. Go away. Where'd it go? Is it my items? Hold on. Where's this? Where'd it go? It's not a clickable thing, is it? No. Greater healing potion. except from Compendium. It looks like you've tried to drop content from the 2024. Oh, so great. I can't because we've updated the thing. All right, I'm just gonna write it down in Discord.
Okay.
You said 5 normal?
Yes, 5 basic.
Okay. I will then give the greater healing potion to Iapetus. And then I'm going to pass the normal healing to, let's see, Daedalus, Salus, Goldblum, and Dare, and then one for me.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. So everybody gets wound. And then, as far as the candle, who can't see in the dark? I think Goldblum's the only one that can't see in the dark, right? That had to suck for him when he was living with dwarves, to be honest with you.
And they tend to light the entirety of the underside pretty well.
Eh.
He has
But
produced
yeah.
flame, so fine.
Well, still, I
You
will
can have
give...
free candle.
Yes,
Free candle, free. Yeah, it's basically like an ye old miner light.
yes, I will give Goldblum that when I give him the healing potion.
I also have 10 torches because we never use them.
Well, the reason we've never used him is because usually Deus is right next to you, and he just does the one thing that he innately can do, which is dancing lights, which is weird that Drow get that when they have superior dark vision.
Yeah, that is weird.
Deus is like, wow, that's the only bit of sorceress magic I got. This
To
sucks.
be fair, though, you can turn dancing lights into a humanoid shape. That'll really fuck with people in the Underdark. Could you imagine?
That's true.
Seeing something that looks like a person walking around emitting light, that's a moth to flame. You see a whole bunch of adventurers, they see this glowing person. Yeah, I go, wait, stop, help us, wait, and then you
It's
get
a
ambushed by
cryptid.
Drow.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
I was gonna say it's walking around like Bigfoot.
Fucking Bigfoot! But if you've got a number of drow that can all innately cast it, you've got like a small flock of
God.
these ethereal people walking around. Yeah, somebody might go, hey, I can actually finally fucking see! Help us, please! And then shit happens. But yeah, no, that's that. But that's probably what I'm gonna spend. I haven't just got the greater one.
Roger. Thank you.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I think she spent the whole time, like, you know, finding shit and schmoozing and what have you. And studying when she gets around to it. We all know Belky doesn't study very much.
Okay.
Also, Frost, just in case, I did send the message. Sorry
I
it took
do
so long.
see that. So give me one sec. I've read through. And very nice.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Okay, give me just a second as I will put this. Okay. Well, we're just about ready. I just need one last thing. Well, I believe we are ready. It has been 3 days. You all have managed to complete your objectives, each and every part, as much as you can. And eventually you all will get a message from Anki. Finally deciphered it. Meet back at you at the hideout. We'll leave you the information. Good luck. Safe hunting. Don't die.
We're gonna hopefully see you when we get back, Unc. Right?
No reply.
Oof. Oof.
Meanwhile, you'll see Daedalus finally come out of his lab with a giant basket full of scrolls, and each one has a little scroll band that's color associated to a member in the party. So he hands out 4 with a orange band to Belky, 4 of a red band to his sister, 4 of a pink band to his Indare or Althira today, since 3 days have passed.
Indare.
He hands 4 with pink wrappings to Indare, and then 4 gray ones to Goldbloom, and 4 white ones to Salus. And I will post the spells that he has made for you. Just gotta copy paste. There you all are. For chat, he gave them each a scroll of remove curse and spell magic. For Belky, he gave lightning bolt and hold person. To Salus, he gave haste and invisibility at 3rd level. To Indare, he gave vortex warp and intellect fortress. To Goldbloom, he gave slow and Daedalus' fractal fortification. And the same to Iapetus as well. But then you'll also see that he's also holding 2 other things. In one hand, he's got the 2 collars, and the other, it's got the control rod. So this is the best plan I could come up with for dealing with Sweet. Because he can't erase us from existence if he's in agonizing torture.
Fair.
So he'll just walk over to Salus. You're fast enough to keep up with a vampire, most likely, at least from my interaction with him. Then he walks over to Indare, and you're strong enough to probably compete with him physically. And then he walks over to Goldbloom, and I trust you the most with this. And he starts showing you the 4 highest pain settings, but stops before the last button because he's not going to tell you what the last button does.
Phaser set the stun, Captain.
No, that's set to kill.
Yeah.
He just doesn't want to turn Goldbloom into a murderer if he doesn't have to. Also,
I mean, we're literally going to kill a man.
Well, true, but also Daedalus promised he'd be the first man he ever killed, so he's trying to hold up that end of the bargain too. He's not going to be cheating. he's trying to pretend like it's noble, but in his head it's also you're not team killing. You're not kill stealing me.
Didn't you kill a cultist?
No, all those cultists killed each other.
That's actually probably true.
I was the only one that killed a cultist, and
Belky's the only murderer.
Yeah, Belky blocked it from her memory. She has no memory of this.
You're a murderer.
Cultists don't count. They're not people.
They are closer to
Wow. Damn.
You kind of turn in your "I'm part of society" badge when you vow to take it down and feed it to your god.
Yeah.
Well, you do. I assume you all will meet up.
Yeah. I do have one question. Was
What?
Perdix able to make that priority override?
Unfortunately, Perdix is kind of dealing with some administrative issues at the moment. Predominantly, Perdix is updating. Something came to him, and he kind of gave you a heads up going, I need to download this.
Perdix
Alright.
got a firmware update.
Well, yeah, you always update your Windows Scarab.
You shouldn't do that. It's gonna crash now.
Oh well.
I honestly want to believe that Naylock is so meticulous that Heritage runs on like Linux.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Linux. You
Oh, well.
hate yourself enough to run it on Linux.
Then Daedalus will just snap his fingers to wake up the Securitrons and have the 3 that he's got in the hideout follow them wherever they go. He's not letting there going to be any stragglers that get out of this building. No survivors.
Also, I don't know who has the fewest number of potions, but of the 3 that she found, she would split them amongst those who do not have potions or enough potions.
I'm pretty well loaded up. I've got 6 potions on me.
I've got 5.
I only have the fucking 1.
Oh!
I have 5
Yeah.
healing, 1 greater. And I have cure wounds prepared.
I mean, I
Okay.
have
And
healing
healing word.
spells, but
You
yeah.
want to take back my potion, then
No.
go for it.
No, I'm not no takesies backsies.
Alright.
Alright.
Melky
so
has
then-
no idea that you guys have these things.
Well, no, you do, because you were at the ley line with us before, when we got some before Granny.
All the same, no, she's not gonna take them back.
Alright, well then, I'm sitting on 6 basic currently and 2 greater, so 3 of those 6 are the ones I just got. If someone would like extra potions, by all means. Otherwise, I guess I'm just the potion pack for right now.
Okay. You all will be meeting up back at the hideout. There's a distinctive lack of Anki, but there is a letter.
I will read the letter.
The letter reads, "Good luck and good hunting," and gives you kind of a... It gives you what is basically a stenciled map out to a foresty region in the school.
Okay.
If any of you would like, please roll me a history. I will give Iapetus advantage.
Okay.
And Goldblum. And Goldblum.
Oh, we take these. We take these.
18.
No. I'm using
You have a 10. You have a 10. You have a 10.
I'm using the inspiration
No,
that you...
do not. Do not.
Oh, fine.
Remember, you had advantage. Same with Goldblum.
23.
Ooh.
Listen, a lot
16.
happened. It's okay.
Iapetus. That looks kind of familiar. The rest of you. Oh, that looks like a far-parted edge in Witherbloom, of all places. Specifically, and he kind of leaned in a little bit. The last time you guys went through Witherbloom, specifically the Sedgemoor, because you recognize one of the tree locations as a marker tree in the Sedgemoor.
If it kills me, I'm going to improve the school's security, or I will die trying. Starting with a Sedgemoor. First a near-adult dragon, now this.
Yeah.
Oh man, Misfit even lives out there! How long has they just had that giant hole?
I don't know.
I'd much prefer you don't die trying.
Should we get in touch with Misfit and make sure that they're okay?
I could check in with Misfit and Camillo if it helps.
I think so, yeah.
Alright.
This music is way too chill for plotting the murder of a guy that's
Yeah,
already
but it's
been
nice. It's nice. Besides, I'm waiting to switch to the other one.
Now just saying that, I would realize at this point Deus would actually be openly carrying the few weapons he's trained in on his person.
Okay.
How how close are we, I guess, how close is the hideout to
Witherbloom?
Camillo? And as far as Misfit, she'd
It's
probably just reach
the
out to her, like send her a message or
yeah.
something.
Camillo's currently in class.
Okay.
As far
Camillo is
as
safe.
Misfit, she responds back, but she's fine. She's just been doing patrols in the Sedgemoor like entranceway. Nothing too crazy. The only thing they had to worry about was like a boar that was like kind of eating bread that some students kind of forgot about.
Then she'll let her know, just stay on guard. We might be in the area in a little bit. Some weird stuff has been up there. Or some weird stuff's been happening there. And she'll relay what Misfit told her to the party.
Okay. She'll nod and let you know. As far as that's concerned, I believe you all are on your way. Yes?
I
Mm-hmm.
think that's the plan.
Alright then. You head on out. Allow me to switch some music. Hopefully this works. You all begin to traverse. You leave the hideout. You make your way past a few of the campus sub-areas until eventually you do reach Witherbloom. There's a few students out and about. A couple of the teachers are having a good talk with some. Some are doing outdoor classes. Off to your right, you can see the massive vined areas of the detention bog. There's the great Widdershins Hall tree that just stands at the center of it all. And eventually,
Oops, sorry.
you do all come across the entrance of the Sedgemoor. This great and massive forest that privately owned by the entirety of the school. It is not a small place. A few of the Student Hunters Association kind of regard you all. They mostly regard Iapetus. And I would like you all to please roll me survival checks.
That tracks.
Okay.
23.
10.
18.
Damn.
We're gonna have to roll for Belky, considering Belky is away from the computer. My guess, dying on a toilet.
Well, I mean, you didn't have to say it out loud like that.
Nah, I like having fun. Let's see.
I'm almost tempted to use my club roll for that, but I don't think it would make a difference.
Yeah, that tracks for Belky. For those of you that are below a 16, you all kind of don't know where to begin with this. However, it's Goldblum and Salas that take the lead. Salas predominantly, with Goldblum following behind. As Salas, your time spent with your family and their escapades, you kind of decide, alright, go find that one tree that's acting as a marker station. You know full well that the last time you were here, you kind of remembered that these marker trees are pretty easy. They tend to be by themselves with a little bit of space between.
Mm-hmm.
And you decide to really move forward. The rest of you follow along. I will ask... Salas, you you alone, considering Goldblum did pass, I will let you roll another survival check with advantage.
Okie dokie. It's a 23.
You begin kind of tracking, and you kind of start piecing together that these marker trees tend to usually be anywhere between 800 to 1,000 yards from each other as a means of just maintaining a bit of... Hold on 1 second. I need a figure. It's around 800 to 1,000 yards per tree. And you kind of get that into your head. You're like, okay, so makes sense. And you start moving more faster and faster with each and every passing one. I would like to ask a question.
Mm-hmm.
Salis, do you have the compass?
Probably not.
Who would have the compass?
The compass that Anki made, or a compass
Correct.
in general? Oh, okay.
The compass that Anki made.
Not Iapetus, because she only has the compass that they got before going to Kalimshan.
Not Daedalus, because it's Anki related.
If that's how it is, Belky might have it. Like,
Alright.
that would make sense.
Belky, roll me a perception check.
That's a nat 20, boss, for a 26.
That's perfect. As
Let's
soon as you are
go.
around, I want to say maybe 3,000 to 5,000 yards in, within the Sedgemoor, the compass starts to pick up and activate. And it begins spinning. It then points northwest into deeper area. Would you like to relay this information?
Oh, yeah, everything that you're telling me, I'm gonna relay to everybody.
Okay, Salis, you will be going forward. I would like Salis to make a perception check.
Receiving 28.
You beat the DC by quite a bit. Salis, eventually, as this compass is pointing you and your party northwest, you look around, you're thinking, okay, it's gotta be somewhere, and then something catches your eye. There is, like, a bunch of mossy, watery, swampy grass area. And you see, like, some parts are sunk in, other parts... But there's just one thing that catches your eye as the light is kind of from the sun hits. And it looks like it's catching off of something metallic in the ground.
Which is exceptionally out of place here.
Would you like to investigate that?
Sure. I'll head on over.
You head on over, and as you get closer, you see a old metal kind of like gate, like a storm drain of sorts.
Does it look like has been moved or used recently?
I would say investigation check.
Ah, there it is. 8.
Hard to tell. It looks solid. Looks firm. It's old. There's definitely some rust and some parts missing off of it. And it's way deep in the forest. You can only assume this is probably to help prevent flooding measures? No doubt from any heavy amounts of rain that were to happen here in Witherbloom's section of the campus. Which does make sense. There's flooding that can occur if too much rain happens.
I'd like to check the compass. Does it point down into it, or...
You can see the needle. As you bring the compass... Where are you putting this compass, if you don't mind me inquiring?
I got it open in my palm, basically.
Are you hovering over the gate?
Yeah. I'm kind of moving it around and over. I'm trying to determine if it is pointing towards it.
If you hold it directly above this, it starts to spin continuously. If you pull it back towards you, the compass will stop spinning and point towards the direction of that grate.
I think this is our ticket. Sorry, that's Razzle. I think this is our ticket.
Does it look securely in the ground?
Looks pretty firm.
Then he'll say, "Don't worry, I'm on it," and he'll snap his fingers and have the owlbear go and try to rip it up.
I believe the owlbear has been transferred back. You were given 3 normal Securitrons.
When was that? No.
I think it was at the talk with the dean.
Yeah, the dean did request that back.
Yeah. He gave back the self-overrides to them. He gave it to Diane. Diane wasn't happy. He kept those 3.
I'll allow the owlbear to rip it open, but it's not going to fit down there.
Yeah, they're not there
that
to
is
fight.
a small grate.
Those 3 are there to stay at the entrance and kill anything that isn't us.
All right.
That's why he brought them.
While the owlbear is ripping everything open, and Dare's going to walk around and hand everybody a single vial of what looks like water.
What's this, pussycat?
If it looks like he's about to use soul fire on you, douse yourself with it. It'll give you a chance.
Holy water?
Yeah.
I don't know if I have an allergy or not, I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what I mean?
A little bit.
To be fair, but I'd rather you be more allergic to having your soul erased. You can deal with irritation.
Fair enough.
Tell you what. If you have an allergic reaction, I rub the ointment on you. Get you feeling right. Sound like a plan?
The pussycat's gonna rub me down? Yeah, okay, sure.
Alright. The grate, you hear, just immediately as it is snapped off. And the first thing is a putrid smell of bog water hitting your nostrils. It is nasty. It is the swampy nature of collectivated rainwater from out here. And probably other things, like decay. But there is a hole now.
Well, no time like the present. We gonna eeny, meeny, miny, moe for it, or we just gonna sneak in?
Hold up. Salas is going to take out a ball bearing, and he is going to drop it in.
There it is.
Drop the ball bearing.
Yep, I'm going to drop it down.
It takes a few seconds. You go 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4
What's a
Mississippi, 5.
Mississippi?
It's a magical land in the
Ah.
way west.
Ah, yes, of
But
course.
around 7 Mississippi, you hear a plop, a splashing of liquid.
Seems like it's going to be a fair drop. Nothing seemed to have triggered upon landing it down. Anyone got any anything good to tie a rope to?
I don't have any pitons now.
I'm pretty sturdy. Like, between me and Goldblum, or me and Big Man here, we can probably just hold on to it.
Yeah, I've got a couple pythons as well. We can hold on to it in case something bad happens, and have insurance in case it does.
The Securitron's right there.
This is true! He's got to be heavier than all of us.
And that makes a good
3.7
point.
tons.
Yeah.
Unless we want to leave something additionally up here in case we need to come back up and the Securitron is taken out.
I'm not worried about it.
I mean, I'd be more surprised if something isn't disemboweled by it. Because right now it's set to attack anything that isn't us.
Fair enough.
Alright, Silas, you're the one who knows about exploring tombs and traps.
Alright, well, if we have ourselves our anchor, Salas will, I guess, take the lead. And he'll start climbing down the hole.
Okay. Salas is first in the hole.
I'll follow.
Belky follows.
Guess I'll go next.
Okay.
Dados will follow his sister.
Alright. And the final two?
Hey guys, I'll be back in a couple minutes.
Nah, pussycat. Belky calls from down the bottom.
As he says that, you hear a bell jingling, and then silence.
That sounds about right.
I knew he had it, so that's why I didn't give him a scroll of invisibility.
And then he starts climbing down after you.
Hmm.
I'm also kicking myself over the fact I didn't get a scroll of detect trap.
Alright. Allow me to bring us over to the map. This right here. Let me know if you all can see the map.
I can guess.
Okay. What do you see?
Black.
Uh-huh.
Oh, no, I see it's down the bottom.
I can also see the map.
Alright, just want to make
Can as
sure.
well.
And allow me to start switching music.
Just so that it's set ahead of time,
Mm-hmm.
I bet this will summon a weapon, but then
Sure.
notably will shift before summoning it.
Mm-hmm.
Or after summoning it.
Let me see. Is this the correct one?
I can.
So you are now accompanied by Fluffy Wolf.
Woof.
This isn't what I want.
Indeed. Wolf.
There we go. You all will be seeing. You all go down, and you all go down further and further from climbing down. Repelling, I should say. It is nasty smelling in here. Like, it smells like... You would think ass smells like roses compared to this place. There is the smell of still water and dead air.
You know, when I came to
those
this... Oh, sorry.
Okay. For those of you that have dark vision, the light does help. It is getting down, at least here, but it is thinning out. So, for those of you that don't have dark vision, you'll still have a little bit of light. For those of you that do have dark vision, you notice that there is 2 sets of running water. One to your Salus, to your left, you'll see a large drain pipe, spilling occasionally some nasty fluids. Where up to the northeast, there is a waterfall of what can only be assumed the similar nasty fluids pouring down.
Ugh.
It is stank and rank.
You will guys see the wolf do like the full body dog shake. Like
Mhm.
upon landing because of the smell. You won't know it's because of the smell, but
Are
that's
you in
what
a
you
wolf
see.
form, or are you just normal?
I
I would
she's in
assume
the
normal, considering
So-
it takes you a bit to... You would have to be normal to climb down.
Oh, so that's what I said earlier. When she got to the bottom of the rope, she summoned a weapon and then she shifted.
Okay, well then if that's the case, I'm going to need to put a symbol on you.
Thank you.
Dog.
I'll give a heads up. If the
I'm just-
stench gets real bad, she
I'm
might
just gonna have to
shift
move your
back.
character up here for a quick second.
Do what you must.
Transformation, I'll put you as...
Don't worry, she won't be like that for too long. She wasn't expecting the immediate sewage.
I'll put you as... radioactive.
Radioactive.
Awesome!
Radioactive.
Yes, you're waking up to ash and dust.
More like sludge and sewage.
Yes. It is ass. Y'all are kind of holding your breath a little bit as that smell kind of hits. At times, you swear you could see matter of the behind in the water.
Ugh.
I didn't expect for this school to normalize me to the idea of dredging sewers.
Does anybody have prestidigitation? Like, please. For the love of fuck and all that is holy.
You just see that full body shake again.
Daedalus
For
pulls up
those who don't...
Uh.
Go ahead.
Daedalus pulls up something that we got literally on our first day. A sparkler of prestidigitation.
Hooray! I was not there that day. I was sick. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't sick. I was too cool for school, bro.
He will hand it to Belky.
God. Alright, great.
You sparkle away the horrible scent of ass from you. But, yeah, you guys just only see the 2 waterways. There's a lump of rock that you're all kind of standing on. Thankfully, not getting into this nasty ass water. The pipe to the left is around what appears to be 30 feet up, whereas the waterfall 45 feet up. The compass is just spinning.
So the waterfall is 45 feet up, and the one on the left is how many feet up?
30 feet.
Okay.
Is it actually a waterfall or is it a sewage fall?
It's a sewage fall,
Okay.
but it's continuous.
Wait, you said this place was abandoned. Why the fuck is there, like, sewage and stuff still?
I think dilapidated would be the better word here.
Yeah, it's
But there's
dilapidated.
nothing more coming down, right?
Remember,
I
this is
imagine
an
the school
off-run.
sewage.
Yeah. On top of that, remember, this is a big facility. And considering the state of everything... In fact... You know what? I'll ask. I'll let one person roll a history check.
Not me.
I've got 7 in it.
See, I would, but nah, I'm gonna let someone else have that.
Damn, I'm actually hearing thunder.
Okay, I guess
Some
so.
of my
Can you hear
some of
that
my
thunder?
Thursday rolls are apparently rubbing off on an impetus now.
Bet I'll take
12.
Tails with a 12. This might be just like an old section that belonged to the school that just never got maintenanced. Like, it is, judging from the amount of pile up and everything, like, the water does run out. There is a small little, like, alcove hole, like, towards here. But it's, like, too small for a person to fit through, so you can only assume that this must have been built way back, and then just forgotten about.
If I had to guess, judging by the school's history and the way things are run, a bunch of people were too afraid to tell an ancient dragon that wanted to live in a swamp that you can't really build proper aqueducts for a swamp. But that's just a guess.
Makes as much sense as anything else. But we are sitting here wasting time. We should probably get a move on.
Yeah, let's get going.
We got two directions. Which way we going? North? Wait, or
yeah.
west?
North. That is... No, wait, no, north is the waterfall, right? Yeah, I guess we're going through the pipes.
Alright.
Alright. Belky, you take the first step, and it is immediately up to your upper thighs.
Sorry for anyone who is a sympathetic, like, vomiter. Yeah, no, Belky's just like...
If it's coming up to her thighs, then I
Her Belky's
imagine.
short.
Well, no, I was gonna say if it's coming up to her thighs, then I imagine Iapetus being a regular size wolf. It's like she's fucking doggy paddling in it. So
Yeah,
she's
you gotta be
probably gonna
doggled.
she's gonna shift back to her normal form.
Well, it's a... I think...
I would probably recommend it. Just because
she's also not even a dire wolf. So
yeah, you doggy paddling through literal nasty.
So Belky can carry you part of the way so that you can get through it. Like, I'm not worried too much. Yeah,
it's okay. Basically, the whole reason of her shifting was because she was gonna try to keep a nose out for some things, but at this point, you're in sewage, so her sense of smell is gonna be overwhelmed.
The smell is gonna be nasty.
Fair dues, fair dues.
After like 2 full body shakes, you just see her go back into like form. No, I almost got in my mouth. And she'll start following whoever starts moving.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I'm gonna just say... Could you just go to your token thing and take off the radioactive?
If you tell me how to do it, then yes, I can.
Click your token, and you'll see a cogwheel and a circular symbol. Click the circular symbol, scroll down, and you'll see the radioactive symbol. In fact, I'll just take it off for you.
Oh, I've never seen this before. This is cool.
Yes, it is status effects.
Thank you. I did not know.
But yeah. Salas, I see you're taking the lead.
I am. With 30 feet off the ground, you say, to this pipe?
Correct.
Alright, I'm gonna climb up there.
All right. You begin to climb. I would like a choice. I would like an athletics check. I will say.
I choose to not do any because I have a climb speed.
Oh, you have a climb speed. Yeah. Okay.
Indeed.
Never mind. You do not have to make that check. You do have a climb speed. You fine. You get up. It definitely smells. But this is a big enough hole for a person of your size to get through. Basically everybody here.
Salas, seeing as everyone is a little down, is gonna go, do we need the rope again? Or do we, are we good to go? You all get up here?
I think Belky can climb up there. You said what? Acrobatics or athletics?
And athletics. For those of you that do not possess a climb speed, athletics.
Oh.
I'll give a hand to after Indare finishes tying
Oh.
a bandana around his muzzle, he'll wander over and give assistance to folks that need to climb up.
Abatus would absolutely take that assistance because that athletics is a fucking 0.
Okay.
Thank you for the help. 18.
I find it hilarious that somehow Daedalus is in some way physically stronger than his sister.
Yeah, it's wild, isn't it?
I choose to believe that he gets so focused on what he wants to do, he ignores his body at certain intervals.
Yeah.
And also,
I
while
slipped.
she's not as strong, she has some dexterity. She's
True.
dexterous.
Well, no, it's that you're also in canon at least buff and toned. And
Hmm.
him
Wi-
Stringbin.
Willie, are you refusing help, or
Oh, he
you
wouldn't
only rolled
refuse.
1?
Oh, thank God.
There you go.
Oh, thank God indeed. Alright, give me just a moment. As I need to ensure I have certain blocks up. You all do manage to climb up. I will say, for the time being, please do not move your tokens. Okay. You all do manage to get up, and the sewer pipe is big enough for each of you to begin. I will say, for brevity's sake, I will put you all in through this way. Please rearrange yourself into whatever not turn order, but in whatever order of movement you wish.
It works for me the way it is. Or for Belky anyway.
Okay.
Wiley, you're one in front of me.
Salas is
Thank you.
fine with taking point.
Okay. Let's see that.
The rogue takes point, yes.
Okay. We will begin moving through this entire section. I will say, Salas, you will, as you are taking point, I understand you have an insanely high passive perception.
Correct.
So, for the most part, I'm not going to have you roll your roll a perception check as much as I would. However, I will need at least one.
All right, 1 perception coming up. 27.
Oh, yeah. That 27 definitely beats this thing. Because immediately as you get close, you see... You kind of move your way, and as you start sliding your hand through, crawling through, like, this pipe and through some of the water, you kind of slide your hand over a section, and then you go... There's a bump right in this section. It looks like it feels downward. And then you realize it's only a small square of a section. And with that passive, you look towards... You kind of like feel it. It feels like a small pressure plate.
Uh-oh.
I will say, with that perception check, you kind of start looking around like, okay, this has to be something. And then you look behind you, and you look up. You notice that there's a vertical slit right above, a little bit behind you. And if you would like, I would say, roll me an investigation check.
Sure. Give me a second. 20.
That actually meets the DC. You peer closer at this, and you see a gleam. You see a big gleam. This is a sharpened blade, and it looks like it's to come down at a vertical it comes down at an angle where if you had pressed that pressure plate, it would either go for beheadment or besectment due to just on how far in you would be. If you would look, if you would like, I would. Do you have thieves' tools?
I don't see why I wouldn't.
I was just gonna ask if you had them on your person.
I do.
You can attempt to disarm the trap for your friends.
Here's a question I have for you.
Mhm.
In this narrow hallway, is there any way to avoid it?
You would have to... Considering that the pressure plate is hidden under the water, you would have to it would be a little bit difficult for this one, because with the sludge and everything that's coming down stream underneath you, they wouldn't be able to see the pressure plate. You only know it's there because you managed to feel the bump.
Alright. So Salus is going to turn back to everyone. Hold up. We got ourselves a trap. He kind of points. Step there. Win yourself a free haircut. Points to the blade up above.
Fuck. Can you disable it?
I can, but as with any good trap, if I try to disable it, there's a chance it might go off.
I mean,
So I need all y'all to either... While I work on this thing, I need y'all to grab me, pull me out of the way, or block, whatever seems appropriate.
It may be a little early, but do you want to just use the spell I gave you?
it's a little early.
Okay.
No. What spell were you thinking about?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I changed that one out since we got invisibility. The fractal fortification, basically, if you get hit by anything, it'll teleport you in a random direction within, like, the 8 directions. So you don't actually take the hit. And it lasts for 10 minutes. But I need to see if I have it prepared.
You're
So
in close space.
yeah, I was about to say, Salus is like, Daedalus, much as I respect that, if I get teleported into a wall, what happens?
Honestly, you can't pass through. That was the hard part of the spell. I had to make it so you didn't get stuck in objects.
No clip enabled.
Yeah.
Yeah, the upside is you won't get it transported into the wall. The downside is you might be transported on top of someplace equally dangerous or with no ground.
Let's all
So-
try and stick together instead of teleporting places. Look, if you're worried about it, Pussycat, you've got a shield, right?
Yep.
Yeah, can I borrow that?
All right. Here you go.
I'm
We
going
will
to
hand it out.
borrow the shield and brace over top of Salus so that if it comes down, it will protect him and, us in general.
All right. You have a protection. This will have a benefit for you. I will not say what kind of benefit.
I would like to roll thieves' tools.
Roll thieves' tools.
It's an 11. Look at that natural 20 on the other side.
I know.
I was gonna say before you rolled, I was gonna give you inspiration, but it's a little late. It's okay.
I mean, unless you want to use the inspiration we got for J. Frost Birthmas.
I would say keep it.
Gotcha.
All right, an 11. You begin working on this trap. You can, thanks to your dark vision, you're able to see where you kind of partially push in the plate, but not enough, and you start wiggling around with your thieves' tools. Unfortunately, you must have plucked a string, because you hear a snap of what sounds like wire, and the trap activates. But because there is a shield blocking, you are not going to take any damage. Belky,
Yes.
I need you to make me a competing strength check against the force of this thing being unleashed.
Hey, J. Frost.
What's up?
Don't forget there's an infusion on that thing.
Oh.
Oh, that's right. Remind me of the infusion if you would be so inclined.
Enhanced defense.
Yeah.
All right, I will say roll competing with advantage.
Awesome. I was gonna say, I'm gonna use I got inspiration for doing the recap today, right?
I didn't give any inspiration for a recap.
Wow, the one time I do it. That's
Don't
21.
worry, you beat it either way.
Still,
You
but how dare?
This thing comes launching out, and you push the shield up hard as you can. You block the hit.
Clang!
You hear as Belky, you kind of feel like the weight of this blade is bigger than what it should be. And Salus, you kind of back up a little bit. Belky, you put the shield down to allow this thing to kind of fling out with no one there to be targeted. This thing is like a guillotine blade coming out at an angle.
Well, fuck. It's a little excessive, don't you think?
Honestly, I wonder if
Honestly?
the
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, honestly, I wonder if the cult did that or the dragon asked for it.
Don't really care one way or another. Just step out of the way so I can get out from under it.
But as the blade has hit, it is being retracted.
Oh, fuck off. Can I grab hold of it?
Oh yeah, you can
Or,
break
cut
you
the-
can
cut
break
the-
the trap.
Yeah, I'm gonna break it.
All right, just roll me a general strength.
Okay. Back to normal.
DC is not.
14.
That's a save.
Fuck. Sorry.
Okay.
It's the same
Technically,
thing.
both of those
They're
were-
both +3. It's the same
Okay,
thing.
if that's the case, I'll allow it. Just make sure to remember.
I'll check.
Yeah, you break the trap. It's not that hard. It kind of came out, and there's the what it seems to be kind of like a metal slats that would come down, and you see kind of a wiring reel pulling it back up. You just break the slats and the wire, it stops and falls down a bit. So it's
That fucking sucked. Ugh. Okay. Everyone okay?
Yeah, are you alright?
Yeah. I give the shield back. Thanks, Pussycat. You're a sweetheart.
No problem.
Thank you for taking point on that, by the way.
Yeah. That's what friends are supposed to do. Enter life-threatening situations and make sure we all don't die, right?
You know, when I came to this campus, I thought friends were those people who wanted to go out in the evening and, I don't know, drink beer or something. Not exactly what I thought I'd be seeing us, but I can't say that I must say that I am much more comfortable in this scenario than the other one.
Belky will give him like a playful punch in the shoulder. All right, you first, man. We will be keeping an eye.
Salas will continue being observant as he travels this hallway.
all right. You continue down this sewage passage, and
If it helps, I will assist in trying to find things with my lower passive, but still fairly decent passive.
that's fair. I will say you do not have to worry for the next 5 minutes as you continue to slowly trudge through, as no other traps seemingly are triggered. I will say, Salus, roll me a perception with advantage, actually.
Perception with advantage. It's 24.
All right. As you are coming closer to what appears to be the end of this, you stop for a moment, and you kind of like, there's the opening. It's about like 7 feet ahead of you, but you stop as with your dark vision, and thanks to Belky's help, kind of, we'll say with the light being shed from being a hothead, quite literally, you notice some carvings towards the entrance or exit of this. If you want, please roll me an investigation.
It's the Avon.
Looks like scratches to you.
Can I give it a roll? See
I
how
mean,
it
you are
is?
close enough.
I was gonna ask if we're like
I'm going to
which
say
of us
only
can see
the
it.
front two.
Okay.
It's kind of cramped.
That makes sense.
Well,
Those scratches look uniform. It kind of looks circular.
then these are from Dragon Claws.
Hard to say. Here, let me take step a little bit forward. Everyone else can take a gander, see if you can make heads or tails of it.
I mean, can we fit in this pipe?
I'd say Salus could probably slide underneath Belky, or somebody could, but it's going to basically... The smaller people can slide under the bigger people. The bigger people cannot slide under bigger people.
Belky's short, honey. Belky's 5'4".
Point.
If I can get closer, I'll take a peek. But if I can't fit, I will let someone else do it.
How tall is Iapetus?
I believe she's about 5'10". Yeah, she's 5'10". She's
You'd be able to
semi-tall.
slide. You'd be able to slide.
Okay.
Goldblum's the only one where people would have a little bit of trouble. You'd have to slide underneath him, and he's thick.
Gotcha.
He's just so goddamn thick.
But also he has sensitive nipples.
Why are y'all like this?
That's a canon fact!
He has very sensitive nipples
Why
indeed.
are y'all like this?
They're like
Was
Doppler
that
radar.
investigation?
Investigation, yes.
Okay. Motherfuck! 10!
Again, it looks
And
like
I-
scratches.
Can I hand over a dragon claw because I do have a green dragon claw, 3 of them, to see if it is similar?
Wait, I only got one dragon claw when we killed that dragon.
I think I have 4 or 2. I was just looking at it.
All I got were
we all
3
got
Yeah,
scales.
you only gave me one, you motherfucker. How dare you?
What you got was based off of your harvesting roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're toe!
You can make a attempted scratch if you want.
They are tootsies. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum.
You want to make a scratch?
Sure, why not? It's only 50 gold for 1 claw.
Make a scratch.
Well, you won't destroy it. You're just scratching.
As far as I know.
Are you scratching the scratches, or are you scratching just the wall?
The wall next to it to see how it compares.
It's really hard to scrape metal with a dragon claw, even if it's been detached. There's not really the force. I mean, this is old metal, but
I would say how long?
Interesting.
How long would everyone trying to decipher what these things are have taken in game? Just curious.
probably a few minutes.
Would you say
Like-
about 10?
3, 5?
Okay, then Dale's just mumbling in the back so that way he can ritual cast comprehend language.
I'm willing to
have-
wait.
Oh, sorry.
I'm above game. I'm willing to wait for the man to cast his thing.
You cast, and please bring it up for me. Just so I can read.
It'll also be useful because I can hold on to it for up to an hour.
It does not come back as language.
It's not language, so it's either a form of struggle in the wall, possibly the signs of another trap, or literally not worth our time.
Above game, this is like directly in our path, right? There's no other avenue to take.
This is the only way forward. Unless you go backwards and climb up the shitterfall.
No.
I have a possible suggestion, but I don't know if I'll be able to do it since I already did an investigation. Would it be possible to roll some sort of survival check to mostly just discern if the scratches are humanoid made or animal made? Based on
I'm
her
gonna
hunting
say
background.
survival would not be applicable here for this.
Gotcha.
I will say, after Daedalus says that, he thinks of something, and he'll use his focus multitasker so he can, for 6 seconds, concentrate on a second spell while keeping up comprehend language and just, for shits and giggles. Is there any magic emanating from inside the pipe, along with those scratches?
Yes! Those scratches are emanating magic.
What?
Also, comprehend language is not a concentration spell.
Oh, it isn't? Oh, it just lasts for an hour.
No, it
Yeah,
just lasts an hour.
lasts an hour.
Good to know. But then you'll just watch as the look goes over Daedalus' eyes. Oh, that's magic. What's School Frost?
That, let me bring up just to make sure, because, man, these notes are fucking massive on this computer.
There, and Detect Magic is the Annoy Your DM spell.
Nah, it's alright.
I'm pretty sure the annoy your DM spell is conjure woodland animals.
That's what I hear.
That would be abjuration magic.
That's Abjuration Magic, so it's either the way through this pipe or a trap. Or both.
Oh, brilliant.
Wait, isn't abjuration like protecting you from things and what have you?
What do traps do to your enemies?
What?
What does a trap do to your enemy?
They do not protect them.
Yes, they kill your enemies, which protects you.
Okay,
Yeah.
but... Alright, never mind. Whatever. You don't need to be sarcastic with me, guy. Just because I'm not innate at spellcasting and what have you. Like...
I wasn't being, I was just defining it by definition.
And we appreciate you for it.
mm.
But that still leaves us with a bit of a quandary. We have abjuration magic imbued in here on some scratches at the end of a pipe. So, the smart money is that this is another form of trap.
Yeah?
I would say
It's also... Sorry?
I would say let's be careful too, because abjuration can also be part of magically protected doors, as in what makes them move. And that is all I can get from just looking at the magic innately.
Then why don't you go ahead and you take point?
Honestly, do you want...
Other...
I have a way around this. You're just going to have to... Does anyone want to just get comfortable? It's going to take another 10 minutes.
Why? What are you doing?
Identifying what it is and what it does.
Fair enough.
We could, unless you want me to use one of those spell scrolls you just gave me. I'd have to double down, but if I use one of the scrolls you gave me earlier, I could potentially use another one to dodge out if something goes wrong.
Again, I just want to identify and find out what it does, because I could easily dispel it, but I don't know if that'll mean that we can't get through it. So let's just find out. Just starts chanting to himself, and spends 10 minutes, identify.
Alright, if that's the case. In the meantime, how about we all take a bio break?
Sounds
Sounds
good.
good.
9:15.
Sounds like a winner to me.
Yay!
Yeah!
Gonna go put my food in the oven.
Do it.
Stretch
I will
your
be
water,
right back.
drink your legs, eat your stool. Don't do vegetables.
Do eat your vegetables. Never mind what he said. He's a crazy person.
I see I'm the only one left besides Bob.
Yep.
How's it going, chat? I also just realized between you, me, and Saus, we basically have a magical civil corps of engineers.
I can see that.
Which is hilarious because
Someone talk about civil engineering? I heard magic too.
Yeah, I was saying that's what you, me, and Indare are for the group. Which is the irony, is Deus is self-conscious about his inability to understand artifice like his dad, so the fact that he was able to do any of that would actually make him very proud, but also very self-conscious. Yeah, I hope you guys are all enjoying it. There's going to be some slight hiccups with those who wander tomorrow, but as of right now, I think we are still playing, so I will keep you posted on Blue Sky if anything comes up. So thanks for understanding in advance.
Yeah, Blueski.
I mean, hey, it is definitely like a palate cleanser for when I have to check the news sites on like everything and just go over there. Oh man, it's almost entirely artists and intellectuals who are just being nice to one another. But yeah, I will say I am looking forward to, because as I hinted, there might be another series coming down the line here, but we don't know when. We have rolled up the characters for that, though, and I'm looking forward to being the one in the party who has the passive perception of 19 and the passive investigation of 18.
Oh, damn, look at you.
Listen, I'm playing... My character is... First of all, his stats are terrible. He's only got that because the subclass I'm running basically just makes you a skill monkey. But, yeah, he's built to be shoved into lockers, and everyone in our group can shove him into a locker. It's also what we found out is an anarcho-punk western where we are going to be dealing with a theocratic mono government. So that'll be fun.
What, are you trying to work some things out?
No, this is just the setting. Milla had a source book.
Hmm.
Yeah, I love that my two ideas for characters were sorcerer and warlock. And finding out in the setting, if anyone finds out that you are a sorcerer or a warlock, the church will burn you at the stake. So my characters have to pretend to be a wizard.
Yeah, that sounds like playing a sorcerer in my Sunday game.
Fair.
And half the party is sorceress blooded.
I can feel that. One of these days I'll actually play a sorcerer instead of Daedalus, who is just like, I wish I was a sorcerer, I will rip through the veil to just touch a minuscule part of their power.
And that, children, is how warlocks are born.
Well, it's not so much that. He doesn't want to deal with anyone else, unless it's possibly the weave itself. But I think he's going to burn that bridge because he does not give a shit about that reliquary for the dead magic god. He will throw that out at the first chance if he needs to save someone. Because fuck that secret society. Alright, I'm going to step away for a quick second, Bob, if you could keep them entertained for just a minute.
Hi, chat. Usually I interact with you guys more, but the entire time I've been manually adding spells to my spell sheet.
That's
I'd
a
play
mood.
base for y'all, but it would get DMCA'd.
Fair enough. Yeah, I had a lot to catch up with, and some of the things that I hadn't tried to drag over, Roll20 was like, hey, guess what? That's a Player Handbook 2024 NOFAM. You can't drag that over. And I'm like, but then give me the other version, please.
Yeah, I had to program everything that I got earlier into my spell manually right after I got it. It was... Ugh. I'm so glad that...
Yeah.
I'm so glad Sickening Radiance is something he's basically just going to use on Sweet, and then just... You know what? I'll probably add that into my spellbook later, I'll just learn it the natural way.
Yeah, I was manually going through and adding both chromatic orb and flame arrows because they wouldn't let me drag it. So I was trying to pay attention, but also I need to make sure I put these in right because when I try to cast it, I need to make sure it works. As a matter of fact, this is just a tester roll. I'll let Frost know. I just want to see if it comes up right. Shit, wait, no, that's not right. It was supposed to be 3d8, not meh. Fuck.
No, it rolled 3d8.
It did?
Yeah. Hover over the 13.
Oh, yay! I did it right! I didn't even know I could hover over it to see things. Okay, cool. Yippee.
Yeah. One thing I was going to have, but I didn't say because it's something that has actually come over our group. We're all smart enough to know not to use fire in actual sewers because of all of the methane. Dados is already planning to transmute any spell he casts that doesn't do psychic damage to do fucking thunder damage to make sure everyone's safe.
I returned.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. So, chat, Any guesses as to what spells I was trying to copy and failed at?
You were trying to copy the copy spell and actually created one of those infinite loading hallways.
My JavaScript was going to be permanently messed up at that point.
But yeah, I hope you all are happy with the selection of spells I gave to you, besides the ones that are just meant to protect, because he is literally now afraid of not being able to save someone with those first two spells. They were spells he thought would both suit your fighting style and your needs the best.
That is pretty nice.
Yeah,
I'll
original.
see about
Go ahead.
I'll see about when I can possibly pop haste. That one's always a super risky one. But
Oh yeah.
I will never say no to more invincibility.
Yeah, and you also can make the other person in our specific plan invisible if he's near you.
Mm-hmm.
And I might employ.
Remind me what that is. Remind me what that is again. You have like an agony collar. I
Yeah.
can get it on him, and then
Then
Belky, I think it was.
Goldblum can press the button, and he can basically be put into a level of agony where, yeah, he'll probably drop that fucking staff.
Understood.
I will say though, because we're not sure how many like enemies he might have, my go-to plan is going to be what he did when we fought the Morgue hologram, and cover the staff in darkness and everything around it in darkness, because then rules is written for just about everything in D&D. He can't do shit with it.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Making
Dale's.
someone
Mhm.
making someone blind and mute basically turns them off unless they're a barbarian. Barbarians are just like, I'm just gonna rage through it anyways. I don't give a fuck.
And some fighters who blind fight.
Hello, I am back.
Welcome.
Or paladins.
Back.
Welcome back.
Blind fight.
And
I heard something about methane.
blind fighting.
Or rangers.
I would say, like, we've dealt with sewers enough in this group that I think we all know not to use fire spells.
I'm gonna be honest with you, don't even worry about it. If I didn't think about that beforehand, it's not being played into effect.
Fair enough.
Also, there's the candle helmets that I was given.
Correct.
Plus,
Look,
I feel like Frost would have given us a slight heads up regarding spell
Yes.
preparation if we were gonna go into a place
Which-
with that.
reminds me of something. And I need to say this for everybody in here. I know I said it for 2 people already, and I'll say this off. Also, I do not know, considering I no longer work Sundays anymore, so yay. As far as this dungeon crawl, it's not as bad for you guys. In fact, it's pretty manageable, considering you all are kind of specced out for this.
Mhm.
The one thing I will give a forewarning about, it is the fight with Sweet. I will not be wearing kids' gloves on this one.
We were literally just talking about our plan on how to defeat him in the safest and most manageable way possible.
Okay. I'm just giving the heads up to everybody. You are all experienced D&D players, most of you. You've handled crazier shit. But I will say this, in terms of that kind of situation, there is no kid gloves. I'm coming at you with the intent to kill.
Already lost a character, it's fine.
Smiles in.
Hey, Alcys is back.
Right. Fuck.
I mean, Daedalus is going into this knowing that it's a fight to the death, and he's playing for keeps because it's not really death, it's non-existence. Also, he now fucking hates Sweets from the bottom of his heart, so yeah, he's going to kill him.
Feliz Navidad.
Like, it's going to get to the fucking end of the Vengeance Saga from epic levels of shit between him and Sweet.
If you
Yo,
mention
speaking
Epic
of
the
epic,
musical.
Speaking of epic, y'all see that Sony and Heinz co-opted some of his songs?
No.
Hmm.
Which songs?
Hold on. Let me pull it up. Well, nomming on chips and they went close to the wrong throat.
I'll have to listen to them when I'm not on stream.
Yeah.
Seeing as how we're kind of just getting a little bit back in, I have something fun to show to all of you.
Mm-hmm.
So this image, what do you notice?
They're carrying the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I have that on DVD. They made a whole point about pointing that out.
The fucking Ark of the Covenant's in space.
They can legally do that because fucking LucasArts.
Just imagine some fucking separatists opened it, and then everything went to shit.
No, it's okay. They're probably top men / androids / Twi'leks.
Very top men.
Yeah, but they are still separatists, so they still lose, so it probably ends up in Palpatine's hands, at least for a while.
Now, realistically, if we're talking about the Separatists, that ship gets shot out of the sky.
Mm-hmm.
And it crash lands on Earth. Alrighty. Mind if I do a quick check?
Mm-hmm.
Vaughn, I know you're here. CG, I can hear you.
Mhm.
So, Wiley.
Oh, that didn't come through the mic. Damn.
It was the one bass stroke that you didn't put through.
Alright, I'm here. Bob.
Uh,
Quista.
Wah wah.
Zai.
Hoi.
I believe everybody's back. Therefore, we should be good to continue. So, we shall pick back up. We're back. I believe somebody was casting a spell.
Identify.
Alright, please bring it up. Alright. Okay, so you actually need to touch this item.
Well, I could do something, but that's up to you, as in how you run your table. Because Daedalus has Mage Hand.
Considering how you're not really that tall, are you?
I'm 5'8".
Yeah, you should be. You could easily slide underneath Goldblum.
Okay.
Also, fuck off, Adblock. I don't need you right now.
Alright, well, identify. What is it?
All right, I'll let you kind of. Weirdly enough, it's like that fucking spank train from SpongeBob, except no spank. You just
What
crawling
the
underneath.
fuck
a
are
tunnel
you
of people.
talking about?
They did it. It was in an episode.
It was.
What is a spank train?
One guy goes
I was
under
about
everyone's.
to ask questions.
I will explain this so Frost has time to figure out what it is. You literally have a bunch of people who spread their legs in a V, make a line. One person goes through, everyone smacks their ass. Then when they get done to the end of the line, they take up the end, and the last person. There you go. GIF.
Here's the GIF. It's like that.
That's
Except,
That description didn't make it better.
welcome to fucking Saved by the Spell. It's hard to fucking describe things without it sounding sexual.
Oh man, I'm just
Have,
So-
have,
that one.
have you met Daedalus? It's very easy.
I'm gonna just let that one marinate.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
yes.
marinate in the shit stew that you guys are crawling through. All right. You crawl through this line of bodies.
I hate it. I hate it.
Eventually, you get to this ring of scratches, and you kind of just barely touch it. You identify an alarm spell.
He's just gonna go, and he's just going to, while he still has that one thing, he is just going to use his one cast of it a day, because he gave everyone one, so he's not as worried about using this one that's consequence free. Dispel magic. It was an alarm. We're good.
Did it go off?
No, I dispelled it.
None of you went through it, so.
Now, Belky, if you could just go over all of me with the wand, with the sparkler. Thanks.
Yep.
Yeah, because you smell
I
it.
am waving it over him
Rank.
like a TSA agent.
Yeah. The rankness is gone, but you are going to have to crawl backwards.
Yeah, Dallas is just, he realizes what he's going to do just till he gets up to her and just like arms out, just like, yep. Well, actually, I'm from the Midwest. I'm used to having at one point where you're covered in mud and you're just getting shot with the hose.
This is fair. Yeah, I've been there too. You want to play outside? All right, go clean this up.
But yeah,
All
he
right.
will defer back to Salus and have him lead us through the sewer.
Salus, the alarm spell has been removed. There is an entranceway for you to exit out of.
Alright, stand back. And Salus is going to attempt to go through the entranceway.
All right.
Actually, he would like to make one last check to see if there's anything, like, traps or anything, like with the handle of the door or the entranceway.
Okay. Roll me.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to click that.
I'll take the perception. Doesn't look like anything. As you kind of do get closer, you do see that there are lights. Kind of.
He'll make his way through, but he'll try to stealth, I think.
Please roll me a stealth check.
Oh, that's a nat one. I mean, okay,
Oh, boy.
it sucks, but I've been rolling hot tonight, so it's gonna catch
You
up to me
have been.
eventually.
Roll me a severity. The lower the better, the higher the worse.
That's 12, so middling.
As you get closer and closer, you get towards the end, and you don't realize it, but as soon as you get towards the end and you kind of look, you slip a little bit, and you go plunging face first into deeper water.
It's not water.
Or, well, yeah, deeper. But allow me to do something here, because I will reveal the room.
Awesome.
And I need to make something real quick. You will be seeing a four-way intersection. Some tables, some craftsman works, some cages, stone archways. It's a big cavern. And you will see, seeing as how you have a damn good passive, I'm going to reveal these to you before you go plunging into the water. That's not what I want. You see
Hate that.
pop, pop, pop.
Hey, I recognize that art.
And immediately, this entity turns around and goes, "Ha!" Salus, you are currently in the shit. What are you doing? You're under the liquid.
Well, do I perceive these individuals? I'm currently under the liquid, and I'm going to swim back, if it were.
You easily perceived all three of these before, but
Indeed.
this one is moving. Not moving, but this individual will point to this most definitely undead and go, check. As it creaks and goes. the creaking of bones as it decides to move forward and kind of just looks at the water.
So, am I still where am I in this instance?
You're under this.
Okay.
There was a
I'm in the gunk.
plunge. You are in the gunk. If you were to surface, you're gonna get detected.
Understood.
This thing does not see you right now. The initial stealth roll was just to go. You did fall in. I would let you make a second one.
All right. So, check. 13. Much better.
All right, 13 versus this thing's half perception. It looks, and it just looks up and it creaks. Its jaw goes, and it just, you see this entity just goes, I hate being in this damnable place. Just immediately turns back as this skeleton just goes back to organizing. And this one as well returns to working on stats.
At this point, Salus, under the water, begins to swim back towards the rest of the party.
Okay.
He is going to surface. And he's going to look to everyone. Hostiles in the next room. He pulls out his, begins to pull out his dagger.
You've all been forewarned of hostiles.
As much as I hate to admit it, we might want to put the prestidigitation stick away. We don't know how good their sense of smell is, but if it doesn't smell like sewage, we might give ourselves away.
If we smell like nothing, we're not going to give ourselves away.
I think we'll give ourselves away the second we step out of the pipe, no matter what, so...
Yeah.
I'll go ahead.
We can always try distraction.
I can make my way under the water, try to do something.
I don't really want you to go put yourself in harm's way all by yourself, you know what I mean?
Thanks to the boon that y'all gave me a bit earlier, I'm pretty nimble in the water.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's how I got up to the pipe in the first place. Performs double duty.
Alright. Still. Anything we can do to back you up?
No. You're thinking about it the wrong way. I'm there to back you up. I'll give a distraction, y'all pour in, and I'll follow up. There were two in the bottom, seem to be minions. One at the top, far left side. That seems to be the one giving orders, seems to be the sentry.
Is our goal the... Well, actually, she wouldn't have seen this. Is there a path that's our goal?
It's cross pattern. 3 exits and entrances, as well as what appears to be an outpost.
Before you go, let me know. I can make this easier for all of us.
What's the plan?
You know that thing I did for Belky's performance? It's one of the only sorceress things I can do with the... As he describes his one cast of fairy fire a day.
That'll be a good choice for when we go loud.
Just let me know before you're going to go in, because this will pretty much get the entire room. If you're in it, you'll be subjected to it too.
The
Because let me
spells,
check.
they denote an area, right? Do they have a height requirement?
No. Well, it's actually hard. I've only cast this like 4 or 5 times because it's not very useful, but I just know that it sticks to a lot of things. I can get just outside of the, like, a pipe, so it'll only get them. But basically, when I cast it, I would say go in swords swinging.
I'm going in under the water. So long as you can aim it so that it only hits anyone above that, you should be able to miss me.
Well, then I'll say, look where I'm measuring now. He'll say, I can make it go to there, but that's the best I can do without guaranteeing getting you hit.
Fine. I'll probably still be in the center of that, but below it when the spell goes off. That'll be
Eh.
my signal to hop out.
Alright, well, Dados will get in place.
I can cast Enhance Ability on you if you need me to. Would that
I think that's
help?
if you think that you want that if you so desire. I
Well,
think it
what would
would help
help?
you get. It'll help me get into place a bit better. How long does that thing last? Does it take your attention?
It takes my concentration, but like, how to put it? Um, so what is it that you need me to give you enhanced ability on? Do you want to be faster? Do you want to be stronger? What would you like?
Faster, able to get out of the way and avoid any prying eyes.
Okay. So that's dexterity, I think.
Hmm.
So dex is Cat's Grace, advantage on dexterity checks.
Yep.
All right. That
And
would
you don't
include
take
stealth.
damage from falling 20 feet or less. Okay. Also, whoever's got the red square, mind if I
Yeah,
ask?
I was gonna ask if you could just make that because that's gonna be for fairy fire.
Okay, I already see where it's gonna be, so you don't have to worry about
Okay.
it.
Question. I guess don't know if I should ask this in game or above game. So just to make sure, are we clearing the room or are we trying to bypass them?
I think we're gonna ambush him, but I'm not sure.
I think the plan is to ambush and take him out. At least that was
Got
what
it.
I was proposing. He looks over to everyone else. Unless all of y'all want to go underneath the water.
While I
Meh.
could,
Want to? No.
Well, I'm willing to
while I
do anything
could,
to stop sweets. I don't want to.
while I could go under the water, we probably wouldn't want them circling around on the way back. So I'm all in favor of taking them out as we go.
And let's do that. As does anyone else have anything before Salas heads on out?
Don't think so.
All right. I see that enhance ability goes for an hour.
Mm-hmm.
As the person working with traps, I would highly appreciate if we kept concentration on going forward.
That is
Fair
fair,
enough.
sir.
We may also want to make a mark for that so we remember for next time.
Yeah. Yep.
I
Good idea.
will do that. Give me 1 second.
Hi, kitten.
I will give you enhanced ability via. I give you the mechanics
Yeet. Sounds good.
because you are tuned up.
All right. I will stealth by swimming below the water.
All right, please roll me a stealth check with advantage.
Wow.
Damn!
I've-
At least it wasn't the nat one.
I know. There's been in the past 4 rolls there have been 3 nat 1s looming about.
Well, the good news is they're not going to notice you.
Hooray.
So you are currently stealth.
Should I now
Alright.
cast the fairy
Currently-
fire?
Give me a second to get into position. I want to make my way on over to the big guy. I'll make my way to here.
Okay. You make your way to there.
Then light up the night.
All right.
It
Fairy
says
fire.
It says DC 12. It should be DC 15.
Okay, that's fine. What is it? A deck save?
Yep.
All right. Let me roll for these guys. Let me bring up the Scutals. A deck save. They're not really great at deck saves. So, oh, actually, they're pretty flexible. Never mind. That's a fail. A fail. And for you, what are you? Well, you got a pretty decent. Oh, you actually got saving throw.
I mean, it looks like Moon Knight. I figured you can flip.
Oh. 2 fails and 1 natural 20.
Oh, ignore that. I was looking for the information.
You're fine. Okay, so the 2 skeletons lit up like a Christmas tree. This one thing feels something in the air and immediately throws up a shawl to cover itself as the light hits.
All right. So as that is my cue, I'm going to leap out and go for one of the ones that got hit.
Okay. Roll me an attack. I believe you have advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Advantage. Go with my dancing rapier. 19.
19 hits. Roll damage.
All right. Rolling sneak, which is radiant.
All right. Radiant damage.
For a total of 17, 8 piercing, 9 radiant sneak.
Insta-kill. This thing is dead.
Noted.
As it just... The immediate strike. And you aim immediately up through its skull. Dead.
Excellent. I'm going to send out... if I'm allowed to continue my action, I don't know if we're going to get into combat or not, or what.
I will say this is a surprise round.
All right, I'm going to send out my dancing rapier to harangue the other one.
Okay. Have it attack.
Yes. Well, it's a good thing it's a 12.
Roll severity.
No, it's advantage, right?
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. 12.
Yeah.
My apologies. I just saw that natural 1, and I'm like,
By the way, that's like my 5th.
Unfortunately,
Statistically speaking, it shouldn't keep up. However,
unfortunately, a 12 does not hit.
Understandable.
As the thing kind of raises up a shield as it sees a shadow and just ting!
All right, guys. I led with the volley.
And allow me to change our music. And give me just a second. Let's see, what's some good... I'll just put on normal battle music. If it plays.
It is.
I am not
There we
hearing
go.
it. Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm going to remove, clear. I would like everybody to roll initiative.
Remember to push a token so it comes up on the tracker.
Please and thank you.
Do I get advantage on initiative because of Cat's Grace?
it's dexterity, but I don't think so.
1 second, actually. I need to look that up.
Not for initiative, but if you fell like 20 feet or more, you wouldn't have taken damage. That's the other thing for Cat's Grace.
Right. The question is, because initiative is based off of dex, does it count as a dex check?
Give me a... Yes!
All right.
If you choose the off... Yeah? Congratulations!
Well, I think we're gonna take that 21 and ignore that other nat 1.
Jesus H. Christ. Alright, let me put this in.
Two.
Fuck.
3.
Okay. Let me put a descending order here. I need to do some rolls here. Scootal. What's your initiative? You're gonna just use that, so... Oh, the skeleton actually got pretty decent with this initiative. Right. And let me roll for... you. Just make sure. Because you have your own initiative. Oh, shit. Ah, fuck.
You good?
Yeah, just drop the dice. Ah, shit for you. Alright, so... going to go descending. Salus, you are up on top of initiative.
Alright.
Currently, there is a dancing rapier in front of this guy.
Alright, I'll make my way on over there, and I'll stab him with my, Actually, no. I got a better idea. Let me just double check this. Salus is going to do something rather interesting. He's going to make his way on over to the skeleton, and he is going to put his hands up to one of the talismans dangling from his horns, and he's going to hold it up as it glows and illuminates, and he is going to cast Word of Radiance.
Please bring up Word of Radiance.
It is a cantrip. Everything in the 5-foot radius around me must make a con save, ignore the sneak, or take 11 radiant damage.
Okay.
The cleric sword burst that no one ever takes.
It's actually pretty decent, but like any sword burst, it's really kind of hard to justify the melee.
What's the DC?
14. It's hard to justify the melee cantrips.
Does it take half if it passes or no?
No, it's a cantrip. It's pass or fail.
Unfortunately, it does pass.
Follow up. Bonus action, dancing rapier. Well,
It failed. That's a 20.
That's a natural 20.
that is a nat 20. So, no sneak, because this is coming from an item rather than me.
Alright, roll damage.
For 10.
It is still up, but it is hurting. As
Right.
this thing kind of cuts into... Similarly, how you killed the first one, it goes up through, but not enough to kill this thing. As it now realizes it is under attack. So
Understood.
I'm gonna put this...
Salus is going to maintain his position.
Okay. Next up, Iapetus. You
Okay.
hear the sound of bone and metal.
We'll use. Let's see, I'm back here, so I guess.
You're gonna have to get out of there.
Yep, doing a quick measurement. Alrighty, so going to move. So it's a chunk of my movement, but gonna move 25 feet to here. Question about the space we are in.
Mhm.
Are we able to see over to these platforms, or are they blocked by like anything that might like impede our view?
Seeing as how you're kind of swimming out and it's a little bit of deeper water, you can see. You're kind of having to grip a little bit just to be able to peek over. I mean, you're able to easily get over. It's like you're, I wouldn't say the shallow end of a pool, but the middle ground area, like the 4 or 5 feet deep section.
Okay, so if she swam out to the point that she is on the map right now, would she need to take an action would she have
You
to
would
use her
just need
action
to
to climb out?
expend 5 feet of movement to get out.
Okay, so then she will use the 5 feet to get here.
Right where?
Right there. There we go. Sorry.
Okay. You see Salus and the dancing rapier engaging a Scootle.
Gotcha. Does it look like the big person on the left noticed us yet?
They threw up a shawl, so you can only assume
Gotcha.
they know somebody's here.
Cool. Okay, so then she's gonna try something. Whew. While holding her short bow, make sure I have the right thing, so I don't click the wrong thing. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it's not short bow, long bow. While holding her long bow in her hand, she's going to instead cast Frostbite, and she's aiming for she's gonna use her action to cast Frostbite, but she's aiming specifically for this person.
Okay. Please roll to hit.
Here. Oh, where is it? Come on, brain. There
It should
we
be your
go.
second
My
magical
brain.
arm.
Cool. I found it.
They need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes. It's a instantaneous thing.
But the DC is wrong.
Yeah, that's definitely the low DC. What's your DC?
Sorry, brain. God, where would I find?
It's
Tell me
literally
your
on your
spell list.
spells page.
16, I believe.
16? Okay. Let me roll.
Yep, 16.
Fuck, this thing is rolling damn good. It will pass with a natural 20.
Gotcha.
As
All
you
right.
shoot the frostbolt, it ducks as it can feel the cold in the air, and it hits behind as this... what you can clearly see to be not human, but just snarl at you with fanged teeth and glinting
Alright.
red eyes.
So then, since that missed, she'll curse under her breath, and she can use her bonus action because of this to try to do a regular attack with her weapon, with her longbow.
Alright.
And she's going to aim for the same creature, which is this one.
Alright, please make an attack action.
Make sure I click the right one. 22.
22 will hit.
Yippee! And that looks like it's 8 piercing damage, and it's just the
Right.
damage.
Now, I believe that is magical piercing, correct?
Gotta
Yes.
scroll up to make sure. Yes.
Okay. Alright. Thunk! Immediately in its chest as it yells out. Wah! Anything else?
That will be the end of my turn.
Alright.
I've used all my movement.
Scoodle does not appreciate getting attacked. It's looking at you, Salus. It's gonna make an attack on you. With a knife.
Oh no, I'm being
Nice.
shanked in the sewers.
Yep.
I mean, at this
so-
point, we all gotta get checked for sepsis.
Does a 14 hit you?
Nope.
Alright. And it begins to immediately... It tries to shank you immediately into your sword arm, but you parry the blow. Next
Harry
up,
the platypus.
Belky.
All right. I'm gonna give my man Salus here some backup. So I'm going to swing at this fella with my great axe.
Okay.
18.
18 hits.
Alright, and remember this is considered a magical great
Yes.
axe, even though it doesn't do anything particularly.
Alright.
Okay. 10 slashing.
Right, 10 slashing. Thing drops. It's dead.
Noise.
As you behead this thing.
Noise.
Which you go for the lethality. Alright. Anything else?
Let me. Yeah. I still have some movement, right?
Yes.
So I was here. So that's 5, 10, 15, 20.
And it would have took you 5 feet to get up.
25. Okay, so I think that's 30? Question mark.
Then
30
I
or
think that is
35?
your
Let me
full
check.
movement.
I have 30. Yes, so that'd be it. All right.
Yeah. At
So
least look back where it was.
yes. No, where I'm at is
Oh,
30.
Okay.
okay. That's me.
All right. And there.
I'm too far back and Goldblum is in the way. I can't get by him.
You can slide underneath.
I'm like 6'5", and he's...
I mean,
Hmm.
the terms of technicality, you can move through friendly allies if they don't obstruct you.
Correct. I will
Alright.
allow this because there is liquid. You can swim underneath. Plus, I'm pretty sure Goldblum's kind of, like, lifting himself, doing, like, planking.
10, 15, 25, 30. That will get me to about there. And 5, 10, 15. I'll move over here, make myself a target, and in my turn, having to have used my movement and my action to get into this position.
All right. Vamp's turn. Vamp is pissed. By the way, and Derek, could you do me a favor and roll me a performance? Seeing as how you're trying to want to make yourself a target.
12.
All right, I'll have it make a wisdom check. See if it wants to go after you or not. It's just a check. It will not get any of its modifier. Y'all be thankful right now that this dice is not Sweet's dice. This thing has rolled another natural 20.
Fuck.
Wow.
It looks at you and Dare, and it actually takes a step, and then it realizes, no, do not go for that one. Go for the one that thunked me. And it leaps over to you, Iapetus.
Come get these kind of sort of hands.
It's going to be making 2 attacks on you.
Hmm.
First is going to be a claw attack. Does a 16 hit you?
Aha! Nope, missed me by 1.
All right. Goes for its second strike. Does a 20 hit you?
It could. Let me check something. I'm trying to see when this ends. 1 round, so.
It'll basically,
Until starting
on your next turn, it
Gotcha.
drops on your turn next.
Cool, so then, hey yo, let's go. We're gonna use it.
Shield?
Yes.
Yeah. So what is your AC right now?
So added 5, so now it's 22 temporarily.
Okay, 22. It misses on the first strike, but the second one is going close to your face, and you whip up the magic shield, and boom! You see this thing stop as it hits this glowing blue arcane.
She'll just smile.
This thing immediately snarls. It gets low on the ground and jumps. This thing is now on the ceiling. Currently 15 feet high.
Got it.
Let me just mark this as it is high up. I'll give it...
Red Bull gives it wings?
I'll give it boots. Because this thing is spider walking on the ceiling.
Oh, negative gives it wings.
Boots and cats.
Eh.
Alright. Goldblum, you're up.
Let's see. So it's on the ceiling right now.
Correct. You do not know that, though. You are still in the sewer pipe.
Well, I'll spend 20 movement to go here and then see that.
You would need to be
Out of
one
the way.
more.
Out of the way for Daedalus.
You need to
Wiley,
be one more next to
you need
Belky
to be
to
one
see
more
him.
up. You need to be 25 feet forward.
Next to Belky. Though actually, you'd have the 5 feet, so you'd be there, yeah.
Yeah, that is
Wait,
the normal move.
I was about to say, like, that doesn't make sense. I'm closer.
Yeah, right here is where the ending would be.
Oh, there's a pipe. Okay.
Yeah, that's the pipe.
So the
For theater of mind, we had to stretch it all out.
just to double check. It'd be 25. So yeah, that would be my.
Yeah, that is your 30. This thing is on the ceiling.
Uh,
It just sees more people coming, and it is, like, it's snarling.
have we established that fire is okay?
Yes, fire's okay.
Yeah. I mean, you literally have someone who has flaming hair.
She does not actually have flaming hair. It just moves like fire.
I know. I'm making a joke, hothead.
Pew pew. 24 for reduced flame.
24. That will hit. Roll damage.
10. That is not bad. Average.
No, not bad at all. You yuck a fireball at not fireball. You huck a small mote of fire at this thing, and it hits, and it lets out a screech in pain. Anything else?
I will end my turn because I don't want to waste my wild shapes.
Fair enough. Daedalus, you're up.
Alright, Daedalus will get all the way up to here, and with the last 5 feet basically be on the lip of this thing. He's basically going to reach as he comes up out of the water onto Belky's like shoulder pad, pull himself up and then brace against her, throw his arms over one another, and pull out his hand crossbow and take a shot.
All right, roll your crossing bows.
That's a 17.
17. Let me double check this thing. Yeah, beats its AC by 2.
So it takes 2 damage because I'm sure that it is not going to be affected by a normal fucking hand crossbow bolt.
You watch as your crossbow bolt thunks in this thing's stomach, and it kind of winces, but then it just kind of looks down and then smirks as it pulls the bolt out and tosses it down onto the ground.
Dale's is just glaring at it, but that's all he can do.
All right. Next up, Salus.
Salus definitely has something that he can do. And that is pull out his short bow. Now,
Ooh.
I need clarification.
Mm-hmm.
Cat's Grace. Dex
Mhm.
checks. Does this also apply to attacks made with dexterity?
No.
No, it's
Unless
just
it
dex check.
specifies attacks, it will not.
That's fine. Then I'm going to use my steady aim,
Okay.
and I'm gonna aim to shoot at this this vampire on the ceiling.
All right. Roll to hit. You have advantage.
That's a nat 20.
Jesus H. Christ. Okay.
This
roll
is
me...
the most heaven and hell that Salus has ever been.
Yeah.
Fuck him up! Get him!
Let's see what you got, because I'm pretty sure your sneak attack also applies to this. And it's
Correct.
getting... juiced up.
So that is 24 radiant damage and 8 piercing.
So 24 plus 8, that is 32, correct?
Correct.
Alright, Salus, you pull out your short bow, you rock an arrow immediately, aiming at this thing. And if I remember correctly, is your short bow magical or not?
It's a basic short bow.
Oh.
But that's not the important part. The important part is what?
Mm-hmm.
Radiant damage.
Yep, the 24 radiant.
Alright, so it doesn't lose, you don't lose the half. Yeah, you pull it out, launch this thing into its throat, and it actually, blood just starts spewing down, kind of hitting both Iapetus and Goldblum, as you basically have a very bloody pinata that is angrily looking at you now with absolute malice.
Don't swallow. We don't need to use those remove curse scrolls yet.
No.
Who knows what
Nice.
that would do to Iapetus at that point?
Real quick. None of us have got injured, right?
No.
Okay.
Not.
Then, that is Sal's turn.
Okay, next up, Iapetus.
Pardon me for one sec.
You have been pardoned.
Sorry, had to mute because I had a loud ass cough. Okay. How is the vamp looking?
Looking beat up, but still alive. Or unalive? Question mark?
Given the time I spent with Camilla over the last few weeks, getting their insight, what would Iapetus have to roll to recall what would have been effective against them?
I would say roll me either a history, an arcana, or a religion.
We're gonna go with an arcana. I won't say why, we just will. A 10! What? I have an 8 in that!
Damn, just not your day. You know they hate sunlight.
Alright.
That's all you remember. They hate sunlight. You don't know if there's anything else that these guys do not like.
Alright, well then, she's gonna do the safest thing she can think of. You said 15 feet above me, right?
Yes, she is 15 feet above.
Gonna take a deep breath. I didn't want to do this. Aims her hand upward. The bow doesn't disappear, but kind of just apparates kind of to her back. And she's going to use Burning Hands on it from a distance.
Okay, Burning Hand, you're gonna burn the motherfucking roof down.
Ooh,
Burning down the house. See what you got.
It might come up twice because I clicked it once and it was like, that's cute. Oh, it wants me to cast a level. I see.
Yeah, cast a level.
Cool. Just one.
All right, 6 feet of fire. Oh, 6 fire damage. It is a dex save, 16, I believe. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's see. That is going to be a 17.
Damn.
Actually,
Just by
no.
one.
I'm sorry. That is a 20. Dirty.
Damn. Alright.
Yeah. So, does it take half?
As you hold your hands with thumbs touching, a 15-foot cone makes...
Half as much.
Yeah, it looks like that. A creature takes 3d6 fire damage on a failed save or half as much on a successful one.
Alright.
And it looks like that was 6 damage, so it takes 3?
Yep. You throw up your hands, you send the flames forward. This thing feels the heat, but it's able to, with a swing of one of its arms, knock the flames out.
That roll, though! 3d6!
1, 2, and 3.
And 3d6, and it said, that's cool. Here's some 2s.
Alright. Anything else?
That's all she can do for now.
Alright. Belky, your turn. This thing's 15
Okay.
feet 8 up in the air, basically dangling from the ceiling.
All right. In that case, let me see here. Sorry, it takes a second for my thing to load the spells.
You're good.
In that case, I am gonna probably cast me an Eldritch Blast at it.
All right, roll me an Eldritch Blast attack.
2, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, 2. Roll me 2. Okay.
Fired and a missed, and a fired and a missed. But
First, I'm
25
gonna have
certainly
you.
hits and through.
First, I'm gonna have you roll the damage for the first one.
Okay.
That is not damage.
Oh, how do we... How,
You just
how do I-
hit the Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
6.
So I will subtract the 6. Give me 1 second. I need you to do me another favor.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20 for that natural 1.
Oh no.
Remember, you want low. If it's high, you're not gonna like it.
20.
Okay, a 6. You just miss. As the first
Okay.
bolt hits it in the gut, it's like belly dances to the right as the second shot whiffs. And it just
Okay.
kind of taunts you, going. Anything else?
I swear at it in Infernal and things that I can't say on stream.
Got it. All right. Next up, and air.
Movement action. Move over here. With me in direction and me in perfect range, I'm going to go ahead and cast a firebolt at it and say, "You focused on the wrong one."
Ooh, 22 hits. Roll me damage.
7 fire damage.
This thing
Get
is. It is smelling like burning flesh in here, as this thing is actually factually screeching.
That's it for me.
Alright. Vamp's turn. It's got multiple targets. It doesn't know who to go after, so I'm gonna roll a dice. Alright. Oh, how appropriate. This thing begins, as it looks down, it immediately throws its hands onto the ceiling and it starts to spider walk. Like grudge walk as it gets over, and it is currently over top of you, Salus, as if this thing fucking leaps down to try to gut you.
Uh-oh.
Alright, 2 attacks coming up.
Alright.
First one is actually going to not be an attack, it's going to be... Well, I mean, it is an attack, but let me see if it does. Salus does a 23 hit.
I'm afraid a 23 does hit.
Alright, you will not take damage, but instead you will be grappled.
Mm-hmm.
And it will make a bite attack on you. Now for this one, I need to roll 2 d20s, because it is got you grappled.
It has advantage if it's grappled?
Let me read this, because it's weird. Creature. Actually, no. Let me just read something real quick on the grapple condition. Speed's at 0, attacks you have disadvantage.
Restrained, I know, gives...
Okay, it's not... Okay, so do not worry, it's just going to make a simple attack on you.
Okay.
That being said, does a 14 hit you?
A 14 does not hit me.
Alright, good, because this thing immediately goes for your throat as it tries to tear your fucking throat out with its teeth.
I like to imagine that I block it with my horns and it just bites onto the harsh... What is it? Chitin? Cartilage that horns are made of? I
Chitin.
don't know.
Titan. Keratin,
Alright.
actually. Sorry.
Alright, so it cannot... It doesn't get to kill you. 5, 10,
I'd hope
15.
not.
It leaped down and let gravity do its thing. It's going to, however, use a move. As it picks you up and turns you to face your friends. And holding you by the throat and a clawed hand to your stomach. As it's going to use you as a human shield. Meaning, attacks against it will be made with disadvantage. Goldblum, you're up. Goldblum?
I am measuring.
Ah, measurements.
I love that. I love hearing that sentence.
Well,
I both love and hate
unless
that.
I can just shoot him from here.
It will be with, if you're aiming at him directly, it's going to be with disadvantage if it requires a roll to hit. If it's a area of effect spell, you're not going to have to worry about it. It's collateral damage, you know.
Don't want to use my AoE. Guess I'll just try to hit him.
I mean, you could move to get to a better position. I mean, at this point, with your firing.
That's
over
what I'm
Salus.
asking.
I would
That's
say
what I'm asking, like,
the
if
only
I
way
move.
you'd be able to get a perfect shot on this thing is if you were to get behind it. It does have a shield in the form of your friend.
We move through allies, right? Why not just like go here?
Go where?
Does it not show my movement?
There you
no,
go.
you have your thing probably invisible.
There you go.
I would say it's still gonna have the shield, but you'd still be fine.
Regardless, it's harder to run away now. Produce flame.
All right, roll to hit. Disadvantage.
I forgo disadvantage.
26
again.
for...
223.
Still fucking hits. Roll damage.
Let's go.
Oh!
Oh, that's a good roll.
How do you want to do this, Wiley?
Yo!
Hey.
How do you want to do this, Goldblum?
Headshot.
Headshot. You just like a baseball pitcher winding up to throw. You fucking chuck this modifier. It slams this thing in the fucking head and erupts. The skull burns, and this thing drops down dead. Combat has ended.
Without its head, it's powerless.
Good shit,
God
guys.
damn it. But yes, you have killed this vampire.
I think at this point, everyone just gets out of the sewage if we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are able to get out of the sewage, and you can all, for those of you that actually have dark vision or a source of light, can. Well, actually, no. This room is lit. There's candles. There's fires. You notice lots of crates. You notice boxes. You notice workshop tables, papers, a campfire over here. The smell of something cooking, but you don't want to know. But it smells. It's got a offset to it. There's some cages, some big, some small. Smatterings of blood inside and whatnot. And you notice that the water is 3 different ways. 4 if you include the way you came.
I'd say Deus would go over to where they were working and start looking at the papers within there.
So you were over by the kitchen, or its cooking spot. And if you want, I will let you roll. You both roll an investigation.
That's a 23.
20.
This should be very familiar to the two of you, as you can tell the smell. That is blood being quite literally boiled. And judging by the scent of it, it's been frozen blood, coagulated. Most likely, this thing was making a meal.
Dale's
for
just
itself.
Dale's just turned to Indare. Well, I hate to waste food, but and he just kicks over the brazier.
Kick over the cooking pots, and blood spills. There's most of it, it's mostly liquid. There are a few things of coagulation that still are a little chunky, but they're minuscule. They're like beef tip pieces, you know.
That said, I also don't think any of us are going to want any kind of blood puddings or anything in the future in Dare. I'm sorry if you like cooking them.
I've been off of it for a little while since we went down into the deep dark.
Fair enough. Let's just wait and see if anyone finds anything and see what we can do.
Does our investigations also include the crates that are behind us?
I would say the crates seemingly are empty. There are blood smatterings. Some are big, some are tiny. Given what you can tell, this probably was a combination of different animals that have been captured. Maybe some bigger, some smaller. The largest of the cages seemingly is big enough for probably a boar.
I would say then the
So-
only thing you'd really see is just Datus with a professional yet mechanical way reload his hand crossbow, refold it, and then hide it back in the fold of his outfit.
But there are some things there, I will say. There's like spices. Like mulled spices, long pepper, salt. I mean, you can only guess that this was probably a blood stew and that this thing was attempting cookery.
Mm-hmm.
Even vampires know the key to a good meal or stew is the roux.
It's fucking seasoning. You
Mhm.
season your shit. If you don't season it, it ain't worth it. Sorry, I had to channel. But, yeah. If anyone else wants to roll investigations.
Yeah, I
I'd
think
like to
so.
roll an investigation.
I'll assist.
Also good.
I'll assist. That
Okay,
would
who
that
are
would
you
work better
assisting?
for everyone. I will assist.
Who are you assisting?
Assist.
Okay, who are you both assisting? You pick one.
You put me on the spot. Fucking Salus.
Alright.
Okay.
Then Goldblum will assist Iapetus. Both of you roll with advantage
Thank
for your
you.
investigations.
17.
Griffin.
Fucking 13.
Alright, 13.
If it matters, I also wanted to give this vampire a once over. See if they were like carrying anything.
You know what? Give me a second. Let me see.
Can I see if I can get any like alchemical parts from this vampire? Like, you know, general stuff.
Give me a sec. I need to actually load up something for that if you're going to do that.
Sure.
Sources. Cheers. Part. Okay, 1 second. That is not what I need. Hmm. It's also not what I need. Hmm. Where would it be? It has to be this then. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's see. We got all this stuff. As far as alchemical, nothing seemingly would probably be of worth. I mean, if anything, it would have probably been the vampire's fangs or something.
Okay.
But it's currently, the skull is ablaze and this thing is being charred.
That's okay. I will use my I'm pretty sure I have an innate ability to like manipulate fire. Like to put it out, right?
You need to double check.
Let me see here.
In the meantime, Salus, you were giving a once over on the vamp?
Like,
Yes.
I will say that you kind of look through it. It's got 150 gold pieces on it.
this
Yoink.
currently appears in your hand. Like, can I dispel? Spell it? No. No. Can prestidigitation put out fires? No.
I believe it can.
Okay, then I will use the stick of prestidigitation.
Yep, the flames cease. This thing is a charred husk. Fucking Goldblum nailed that sucker in the head.
Good.
In fact,
I'm going to break its fangs out.
side of a skull is actually like caved in a bit.
That's fine. I'll just steal its teeth.
All right, you have charred teeth. You have charred fangs.
Great.
I will say this. Iapetus, with your investigation, you just see ingredients, mostly stuff that would probably be added to the stew over here, storage, drying, everything else. Salus?
Aye.
There are some notes. There's some recipes for different things. Most of it macabre. But there is a letter.
Mm-hmm.
He just found a letter. No.
I need to ask you a question. What are your languages?
Draconic, Infernal, and Thieves' Cant.
It's written in Thieves' Cant, luckily.
Really? Okay.
It is a missive, seemingly to a thank you letter, specifically. Seemingly for recipe ideas, and it looks like this vampire had a pen pal.
Huh.
Thanking what can only be thanking a Victor for the recipes as well, and hoping that they're doing well over in Baldur's Gate.
Huh. Noted.
But yeah, that is everything you all will have discovered in this room.
Nothing major over here. Just some cash. And, apparently someone was really in on pen pals.
Pen pals? What's it say?
Trading recipes for blood, I guess.
Ugh.
Only a few notes, like lists of ingredients over here. Seems like it was for the food. What about you guys? Looks over to Ender and Lucy.
Just a meal. He just points to the stain on the ground that's growing.
Ugh.
Eh.
Man, undead are disgusting.
You know, I
There's
don't
all
like...
these stories. Well, I was just gonna say, there's all these stories of like, fancy vampires, but in the end, they're all just these nasty blood-sucking things that leave awful fucking corpses. They're the worst mosquitoes of all time, no matter how much fancy pomp and circumstance they want to try and put on.
I would say leeches, but, that's just splitting hairs of quasi-racism. I'm too tired for this.
Is it racism?
Quasi?
You just have a medicinal use, though.
Listen, vampires are not a race, they are an infection. A virus, right? Any race can become a vampire.
Listen.
I mean,
I
to be
don't-
fair, we know a really nice vampire.
What?
You do?
Since when?
Right. We'll touch on that later.
Can we touch
All
on
right.
it now, please?
No, we are not going to touch on it now.
Don't, Lucy, don't worry about it. If it was a problem, I would have let you know. It's all
To be
good.
fair.
Hey, Silas, what's that compass? Or no, actually, Belky,
I've
what does
got
that
it.
compass say?
What does the compass say, DM?
Compass is pointing northwest.
Okay. Well, it says over yonder ways.
Can we have
Northwest, then.
I was about to say, can you show us where on the map is northwest?
It's Kanye's kid. I'm kidding.
I mean, you're not wrong, but also, let's not involve that guy right now, considering the shitstorm that has been on Twitter.
Man is off his rocker, but yeah.
The man needs his SSRIs.
Alright, so who wants to take points since we're now officially no longer worrying about traps and worrying about combat?
Still probably me. Still
Yeah.
probably me. I'm probably the best opportunity to slip in and out unnoticed.
The person who can find traps, which is not me.
Alright. You guys
Meanwhile,
know.
Dallas is still, like, sopping wet.
Yeah, you got
I
that
prestidigitation.
rank.
But
He'll hold up his hand. It's like, I'm about to go back in. Just save it. He does not seem perturbed by the smell or being in this grossness.
Bro, stronger man than me could not be
Comes with
me.
the job.
I mean, he's a Tomb Raider.
Still, this is a sewer.
There's a joke I can make, but I'm holding off on it.
Yes, he is Lara Croft.
You go through a few ancient aqueducts, you kind of lose your sensitivity to this sort of thing.
But you have two different ways to approach. One to the west, one to the north.
So,
I just realized. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
just north or west, which way we're gonna go, guys?
North for me.
Alright, there
That
is
gonna work for
a
everybody?
water grate. The entrance is about 10 feet up. You could easily jump and climb onto that, considering there's some lift here.
Okay, sounds good to me.
Salas will do so. Once he
All
gets
right.
up, he's going to scan the immediate area, look for traps.
You get on up. I would say move yourself forward once. Here, I will actually do you a favor, seeing as how we are moving a little bit. Real. You climb up and look. Nothing here. You don't see any more scratches of an alarm spell. But you do see this water has two different directions. One to the east and one to the west.
Well, northwest is where we're supposed to go.
You're not wrong, but this is a sewer system, so one surprised if there are some twists and turns and looping around. But I will start making my way westward.
All right. I would ask everybody to line up again.
Okay, I'm behind Salas.
Okay.
I'll move here just for the sake of having more spaces.
All right. I'll just move. You know what? Give me 1 second because.
Imagine we're in the same order as before.
Quasi, I think.
Depends. Yeah.
At this point, Dales is kind of trying to get more to the front because utility ability, and because he can just post up against the wall
I'd
and anyone get by
say
him.
You and your sister should swap.
Oh.
Works for me.
Okay. There you go. Boop.
Dope. So, you begin crawling through the sewer works once more. Still smells like shit, still nasty. Takes you a little bit longer this time. Approximately 7 minutes as you're going. And eventually, you do hit a curve. That curves to the north. Salas, do me a favor.
Uh-huh.
Once more, perception check, and please.
I'm gonna tell them that we're veering off where the compass needs to go.
Alright. That's a 19.
Matches with your passive. Let me double check something. Okay. Let me double check. Da, 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 da. Ah. Okay. Yeah, makes sense. Salas, with your perception,
Yes.
you will see the piping kind of bending a little bit forward, almost like making four bubble protrusions that are elongated, just a little bit longer. And you think, okay, that's narrow as hell. You could definitely squeeze through. But then you look and you notice that there's more bumps on this. Roll me an investigation.
I will investigate. Double that 20.
Double
Fuck
natural 20.
Let's
You
go.
look at this thing and then you realize, oh, this is a twin works. This is a grinder trap. It is 4 grinders that if someone goes through, they're going to trip something because you notice ever so slightly there is a very, very nigh invisible piece of basically fishing wire basically within, and it is making a cross section in there. If that wire was to snap, the rollers would start to spin, and whatever direction a person was not well balanced in, they would get pulled into that and grinded.
Ugh.
You can only assume that this is a very effective trap to basically deter larger creatures. If you were smaller, easily slide through. but you can assume that there's probably a way to disable it. Especially considering the fact that you could see the wires.
Can I thieves tool this?
Yes, you can.
All right.
You are still under the effect. But dexterity, if your thieves tools uses dex, you have advantage.
All right. Salus is going to look back and say, "Another trap, really nasty one. First one gave you a haircut. This one gives you a full body blade massage." A couple wires down here. I'm gonna do my best to disable, and he will go for them.
Okay.
I will assist by like
He's
blocking
already
as
with
best.
advantage.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
There's
You
no
are
need.
assisting though, because that's
Yeah.
where the advantage is coming from.
Gotcha,
Yes,
gotcha.
correct.
All right. I was like, if anything is like gonna happen, I'm gonna protect.
You're good.
So I will hold an action to protect.
With a
That's a
19, you
19.
don't need to worry. The trap is easily disarmed.
Yay!
You finagled the wires, you follow them back, and you see where the mechanisms lie. You take your thieves' tools, start working, disabling the rollers so they won't auto begin. And in fact, basically now the rollers are just inert. You could easily start gliding your way through by basically you know how you would do like a breaststroke with both of your arms out forward
Mhm.
first? Go through like that, grab on, and then pull yourself forward.
Gotcha. Then if this grinder has been thoroughly neutralized, Salus will take the tentative steps past it.
Okay. I will, for brevity's sake, I'm going to take and reveal some more mappage. And just move you all up. You begin moving more and more towards the north. And eventually you hit another section. Salus, I need you to do me one more favor. Roll me another perception.
I will perceive once more. 28 both sides.
28 both sides. As you reach this, you immediately think, okay, this is another intersection. But then you stop before you even poke through. Because the first instinct you have is always look up for traps. You look up. You notice there is arcane writing on the ceiling of this intersection.
Oh, wonderful. Got more writing.
Like Daedalus will turn to Belky. When I tap on your shoulder, could you just give me uppies?
Well, what language is it in?
That'd be a different 10 minutes.
Fine. I'll pick him up and hold him up like a bobby, even though you're taller than I am.
I know, but you're still stronger than him, and he could probably reach the ceiling if you just gave him the uppies.
Yes,
I am
give
lifting
uppies.
you. I lift you up. Yeah, so
So,
you're good.
yeah, identify after 10 minutes.
Give uppies to Underdark Grogu.
Mm.
Alright. And you are doing what exactly?
Identify. Like, if there's script
Okay.
on the ceiling, he assumes it's magic and is now just touching it to be like, okay, what do you do?
Bring up identify again, just so I... Okay. This is something a little bit stronger than an alarm spell. That's a glyph of warding.
Oh. Oh no.
Specifically, a glyph of warding set to hold something. You kind of really have to feel a bit. You aren't directly underneath this thing, are you?
No, he is touching basically at the edge of its script.
Okay. You feel around, and then you're feeling this thing. You are feeling up this glyph of warding, trying to.
Oh my.
Not like that, you fucking pervert. Christ on a bike.
What? He's feeling the glyph of warding and he's going up to do it. I don't see a problem.
Yeah,
exactly.
totally. It's fine. Yeah.
And honestly, for a bit of time, you're like, okay, this which one is this? Because glyph of warding has two different types.
Mhm.
There's the normal explosive, or there's one that can store magic, depending upon a spell that is placed within it. And you're thinking probably explosive, but then as you feel around it, you get to one glyph signature, and that's when you discover this is something different. This is a glyph that, as you feel it, it's not explosive. It's... How do I put this? It's choke.
Hmm?
The glyph that you feel stands for choking.
Given that Daedalus has a fair amount of elemental magic at his disposal and the ability to innately change magic, would he understand this basically just rips all the oxygen out of an area?
Allow me to put it to you this way. Give me a second. I need to double check this spell to make sure it's correct. I think it's... Could be on the wrong one. Yeah, that's... Yeah, I figured that was the wrong one. How do I put this? Also, Jesus Christ, the wind is blowing hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Forgive. I know we're going a little late. I will make sure to end it just a little bit. I just need to make sure this is the correct thing because DM notes are fucking fucked. This is something else. Basically, this would create almost like a... It would basically create like a force of energy, of arcane energy specifically, that would... Whatever the target is underneath this, it would just be choked out as if it was being grabbed by hands.
Well, I already knew what he was going to do, so Daedalus wastes one of his 3 casts of Dispel Magic.
Okay. The glyph is dispelled.
Like, you can bring me down.
Surprisingly not that bad.
Yeah, Daedalus will just be like, you can bring me down now. I can't dispel any more traps if we find them, but that one was going to kill at least one of us.
These are getting
Thanks,
more
Lizzie.
dangerous. Must be getting close.
But we are going in the wrong direction from where the compass is pointing.
Well, if we take a left here, we'll still be heading to the northwest, right?
So I point in the direction that the compass showed.
So the compass is going and doing the wave, going from left to right, left to right, left to right.
Oh, that's not good.
Well, Salus, is there another ward on the other side?
Don't know. Is that it? Do I spot anything else?
You do not.
So this was on the ceiling. It's like a trap to grab people from the ceiling.
It is basically, if you were to go underneath, it would activate, and you would start to being strangulated.
Ah, I see. And Sal's will just say, "All right, let's make a left from here. See if we can't reorient ourselves or get the thing better back on course."
All right. Turn left. Begin your trek through the more of this pipage. And that is where we will end tonight's session.
Oh,
Hooray!
man.
Hooray!
We dispelled the
You
glyph of
guys-
harder, Daddy.
And just like that, taking away an inspiration. But
Listen.
yeah, congratulations. You guys are making your way down pipe.
All right. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I know what to call this one.
What?
Sewer level.
Yeah.
You know what? Put that in the episode title section, and I will use it.
Damn it.
Episode World 2-2.
I'll say
Yeah.
I need to step away for a second. So who needs to go around the horn start?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've always
Bulbert,
fun.
you go.
I'm Shadow Dancer Bob. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Blue Sky, so on and so forth. That's Shadow Dancer Bob. I'm not doing anything at the moment. Check back in with me later. Sorry, go.
Shit, was typing. I'm Zyme. You can find me here at Instagram, at Zyme site, and basically everywhere else at Zyme or Zyminess. Doing a lot of games during this coming week. We'll keep you guys informed as to which ones. Mostly a lot of Virtua Fighter and Final Fantasy X. But that is me. Wiley, you.
Hello, you can find me at Wiley as Willy on Twitch, and Wiley Willy everywhere else. Krista, where can we not perceive you?
Oh, but don't you know I don't exist on the internet anymore? I am a figment of your imagination. All of you have mass hallucinated me. I am sorry, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe find a therapist. But you should listen to that little voice in the back of your head. Spoilers, it's me. Clean your dishes. Drink some water. Don't sit like a shrimp. It's fucking me! Okay, go. Whoever's next.
Yeah, I'll go in the face of deafening silence. Hello, I'm CG. You can find me nowhere because I don't much care for social media, but you can find me on Good Beans D&D channels such as twitch.tv/fartingtart, where you can find me every single Sunday, but not this one because we're off, or War of the Shattered Sun, where we're on our long-form D&D. We're at the end, big ending dungeon, and shit's gonna be real bad real fast. You can also find me every other Tuesday for Rascals and Ravnica, where I gave a presentation to my boss, and my boss is a giant uber genius dragon with a propensity to incinerate things that bore him. So naturally, I brought a slideshow.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Naturally. You can also find me on various channels for this coming year for A Year in Candlekeep, in which we go through Candlekeep Mysteries with a cadre of many different players from many different games that I'm involved in, and I run one shots for all of them. It's fun. We just finished up Mazfrost's Mighty Digressions. We're up to the Book of the Raven, starting up this Thursday. That's me, Wiley. Or did you already go?
I think
went.
it's
I
just
believe it's
Frost and
Frost.
Vaughn.
Yeah. So I was pretty sure that Wiley went.
I forgot.
I kept it short.
So Frost.
Hello, everybody. Twitch, Twitter, JPress747. You can find me on channels such as here every other Saturday for this lovely campaign, where I get to have fun, teaching my fellow players the fun and dangers of the world. You can also find me on Sundays over at twitch.tv/fartingtart for our War of the Shattered Sun campaign. No session tomorrow due to player being out and enjoying some good times. So yeah, find me over on that same channel every other Tuesday for Rascals in Ravnica, as CG has stated. Goddamn. And yeah, that's everything from me. Who has not gone?
Just me to close us out, so I'll be quick. Hey, you've already found me on twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn. You can find me on Blue Sky and YouTube at Burnout Vaughn. You can find me on Patreon at Burnout's Bar, where, hey, if you want to have some Warlock stuff, we finally have a reward for that. But all we have is tomorrow. We are going to have some more Those Who Wander. We're going to be a person down, but things are heating up, and possibly soon someone might also join us. We'll have to find out. That being said, we're going to raid a good friend of the channel, one fellow Scootal, Skeleton Alpha. Oh, wait, did something wrong. Why'd you do this? There we go. It's not letting me do this from OBS because it's being a bitch, so I'm just going to cut and paste this and do it on the Twitch dashboard. So 1 second. Oh. There we go. They're doing a combination art and Minecraft stream, so what should our message be?
Boots and cats and boots and cats and boots.
I'm down for it. Boots and cats. All right, thank you all for coming out. We'll see you again in 2 weeks' time. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.